And we are, I believe, live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, chat.
Hello.
We are the latest I think we've ever been. We're 2 days late. That's that must be a new record. Even FNT hasn't managed 2 days, I don't think. So we are now the latest podcast possible.
I'm impressed with ours. I'm impressed with us. I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
And we,
Yes.
you know what matters? We're here.
We are.
True. Yeah.
We could have just
On the
shirked
wrong
off for
day.
another week. On the wrong day, but we made it here.
Wrong time, an hour later than usual.
Wrong day, wrong time. But that's okay.
Yeah.
Now we're here to discuss the Snow White of 2026, I guess.
No.
Which Snow White is going to earn more than this, isn't it? How much did that earn?
Oh yeah, I forgot that comparison. That's hilarious. Yeah, Snow White will make more than this movie.
205 million was Snow White globally.
Which wasn't a lot either.
Ooh.
And this is on track for
It's gonna come
Is
in
it-
under 200.
under 200 because it's I know opened lower than Morbius, which is very funny. And is it beat Madam Web? I think it's just about beat Madam Web, maybe.
For now, it's at 72 million worldwide.
Not good. Not good at all. Which is funny because it is currently the best movie in James Gunn's DCU. So, you know, there are other movies that deserve to perform worse than this one did. Superman, but did not.
It's the second movie.
I know.
It's slightly ever so teeny tiny little bit better, but
Yeah.
still horrendous.
It's still, oh god, yeah, it's still absolutely awful. But I mean, Superman is one of the worst films made, I think, at this point. Like in terms of how you introduce a new universe, I don't think you can do a worse job than that. This one, it doesn't break as much stuff. This one has like precisely half an interesting idea in it and half a character scene. So you know, it's got that going for it. But everything else about it is fucking awful. Really, really, really shockingly bad film.
Yeah, it's genuinely terrible just from a technical aspect too. It looks as if there wasn't any gaffers on set. No one was lighting anything properly on that set. It's like a really, really bad complaint to have too. And even the CGI at some places looks really shoddy, especially when they have their like a full 3D recreation of Millie Alcock, and they try and have her face while she's flying. It looks terrible. Because they're trying to recreate those. They're trying to recreate those like Superman James Gunn shots, where it's like it looking directly at the camera. It looks horrible. It looks really bad.
Yeah, they shouldn't have done that. Never try and recreate something James Gunn does.
But that's what this movie does through and through.
Yes.
I mean, I did read that he was also responsible for that terrible needle drop at the end.
Oh god.
That was the interview where I think it was the director cunningly trying to throw him under the bus.
I think so too.
The director says, "Oh, we tried, like 45 different songs, and then James came in and he thought, hey, we should use this one. So that was his decision, nothing to do with me."
How can you fuck up Jimmy Eats World so badly? It's such a terrible cover too.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's a good song with a terrible cover and terrible context. It's that's not the only thing I noticed though. Like, was it 2 or 3 times in this movie that it does that thing where it's hovering around the protagonist that's really like bewildered at the superhero that's taking out all the people around them in slow motion while the retro music plays?
Yeah, Lois Lane did that in Superman.
Yep.
And then didn't they do it again? In Guardians 3, they did that kind of circly one shot where all the Guardians are fighting.
Yeah, in the hallway.
Yeah. Circly. But like he's just copying himself. This is just Guardians 3 all over again, where they gotta, instead of saving Rocket, they gotta save another animal.
Totally.
And this they've got 3 days to save it, which is just fucking retarded. And like there's a giant plot hole, which is why not just take Krypton to a yellow sun?
So they have a line in the movie which is supposed to explain this. There is a line in the movie, you barely like blink and you miss it kind of thing. I think the old witch woman says, "Oh no, if you move him, it will make the poison move faster."
No, but like you can carry him. He doesn't have to move. That's the thing. If you were walking him,
if you move him, like if you pick him up, I don't fucking know. The problem is as well, right? Like they have, because the premise for the movie, like this part of the movie, for anyone in chat hasn't seen it, is that because they're on a planet with a red sun, because Supergirl's binge drinking again. Captain Cringe Lord McFaggins, who's the villain, he decides I'm going to shoot the guy with a little dart. And then Crypto gets poisoned, and so they have to go and find the antidote, and that means they have to go and take out Grindelwald McFaggins. The problem is that the Yellow Sun is one short bus ride away, and they have no idea where the brigands are. So it would actually have still made more sense just to take the dog to a Yellow Sun, even if it did increase the risk of them dying.
It's the next stop. It literally is like the next. But not just that. How convenient is it that there's a woman who has not only knowledge on the poison and the brigands and can give Supergirl all this exposition, but there's also in the middle of nowhere a bus stop that can take her off world right as her ship got stolen. Like the conveniences of both those. I mean, it's literally in the middle of nowhere. It's just a mountain range, and you find a poison expert who has knowledge on the brigands and a bus stop.
The whole thing's just fucking and then to hell, because then they get on the bus, and then just randomly the bus gets attacked by pirates, but the pirates know where the brigands are. So they got on the bus having no clue where they were going, and just because some pirates happened to show up, now they know where they're going.
Not just that, it's like we want technology, and yet they're going for like a fucking a mechanical watch that's from the 18th century and a metal sword. I'm like, what is a stick and a rock technology to these people? Like, where's the line drawn? Is it Bronze Age onwards? It's like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, I would assume computers, like, you know, mechanical arms. Not a Victorian mechanical watch. It's so stupid. And how stupid is the sword? The girl carries around us, and it's like, this sword's made out of the hardest metal in the universe. Do we get to see it used? No.
She never even conceals the sword. That's my issue. She's like, she doesn't really conceal the sword. She's just walking around with it, looking for someone to kill the guy that killed her family. It's such a fucking retarded plan, too. It's like... It genuinely just pisses me off because this movie wasn't even entertaining, in my opinion, personally. It wasn't even entertaining. Those hour 40 minutes genuinely felt like 3 hours.
Oh, yeah.
It was.
Have you ever had that where you're 2 minutes into a movie and you go, oh, this is going to be a piece of shit, and you know you've got because the second the mines blew up that ship at the very beginning, I went, oh god, this is going to be a terrible movie.
That was the same moment for me as well. It was as soon as that happened. So like they steal the entire intro from Rogue One. It's like, the evil guy comes to land on farm and then encounters family because it wants something from family, and they hide the daughter, and then the family gets killed. Problem is, in Rogue One, Galen Erso doesn't have any way to kill Krennic, whereas in this movie, they let them land, and then surprise brother jumps out of a closet and goes ooga booga, and then he gets killed for no fucking reason. Then a fight starts, and the father presses a button which launches a mine which blows up the ship, and if he'd used that when the ship was landing, then he would have won and his family would still be alive, but he didn't, so they're not.
But it's stupid, like child traffickers are coming into their home, and he don't even tell the kids to like hide. Like, the brother is still listening to music.
Yeah, he doesn't give a fuck. He's just in the room like a child, like it's GTA 5, man.
Let's just leave him. I mean, like a bunch of Barbary pirates have knocked onto our door. I'll think we'll just leave him in the next room. It's so fucking stupid. And again, it's like, we're here for your special weapons that are never ever used ever again in the movie, which is fucking pointless.
And like the worst part is the little girl. Listen, child actors, you know, they gotta do the job, but who the fuck hired this woman? Like, no chemistry whatsoever with Millie Alcock. Even then, I understand that they're trying to do her like as a naive character, something like that. Zero on-screen presence. Legitimately so bad.
She failed in every way imaginable. Like, in terms of casting for a little
that kid, I was like, what the fuck are we doing here? This is the downgrade that we get from child actors from Henry Thomas. You know, this is so bad.
Well, she's this movie's Jyn Erso, so she has to be a plank. That's the rule.
Yeah, at least Felicity Jones was trying. You know, I guess.
Was she?
We wouldn't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not just that, it's the way she speaks. Like, she speaks from like she's from fucking the Middle Ages. Like, she goes, I've just had my 13th harvest. And just say 13 years old. What the fuck is this? Like, she keeps saying, I'm from the whatever clan. Or what is the clan? Well, it's just me, my brother, and my parents. Well, that's not a clan. That's just a family.
No, I don't think her parents speak like that, from what I remember.
No,
Like, she's the
they
only
speak
one
normally.
she walks around speaking in very, very perfectly formed, very pretty sentences, and her parents don't do that. So she's the only, and like it's difficult to do that because no human actually does. But when you're also not a very good actor, it makes it even worse. So it's kind of partially the script's fault and partially her fault.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
everyone in this speaks normally. That's the problem. So the
Yeah.
contrast with her dialogue is just jarring as fuck.
It feels as if she's coming from a noble family in the Middle Ages and like approaching people that just speak normal modern English. It's just so weird to have that difference on screen. I don't even understand why they did it. Because is it because to make her seem naive? But even
It's
then, you can
something-
achieve it different ways.
Something you have to set up if you want her portrayed like that, and it just feels like they slapped it on her, so she seems a little bit more mature and distinguished, rather than like actually earning it or setting it up in any kind of way. It's just she was the worst part of the movie for me. She drove me nuts. Like Millie Alcock tried her best with a garbage script. Jason Momoa. The rest is just a blank. But that kid was just like the standout, just thorn in my side throughout the entire movie. She was so annoying. Everything about her was just terribly written.
What was
And
with
you can
the bad
immediately
guy?
think of like 10 different versions of this character that are better too.
Yeah. What was with the bad guy eating in every scene? Like when he first comes in, he eats their pie. Then he's eating Millie Alcock's fucking cereal. Then he's
Is
drinking
that his
on a
way of
jug of
giving him
milk.
character?
I was about to
And then-
say, yeah, he had no character, so that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
He's eating in 4 scenes. I knew this is written by a woman without even Googling it because every fucking terrible woman writer writes scenes about food because they're that fucking boring.
Yeah, there's probably some stupid shit where they thought, oh yeah, maybe because he eats their food in their own home, he establishes dominance over
Well,
them.
it reminded
was
me of
probably
the
some
opening scene
bullshit
of
like that.
Inglorious Bastards, but
Oh,
just done
God,
really
yeah.
poorly, you know?
Well, remember the fucking Hawkeye show where Kate Bishop walks in? You got Yelena,
Okay, bitch.
but she's eating like food and like the writing's so terrible. She keeps going, "Yes, Kate Bishop," and she's eating a pizza, and then she has to actually say, "Are you eating to intimidate me?" And she goes, "Yes, Kate Bishop." Like it's fucking. And then she goes, "Are you saying my full name to also intimidate me?" "Yes, Kate Bishop." Oh God, the less I remember about the show, the better. But it just reminded me of that, where like there's scenes where people eat which show intimidation. Like No Country for All Men was eating on peanuts as he's threatening
Yeah.
the guy. That's how you do it. But the problem is, loads of bad writers try to emulate it, and they think just eating is the actual intimidating. Like that's the intimidation. It's not. It's the dialogue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's everything together. It's not as simple as make him eat. That's scary. Like no, it could be showing their composure in a certain situation. There's like that reference for No Country for Old Men is actually a really good one because you're waiting. Oh my god, if he as soon as he runs out of peanuts, this guy's fucked. It's like that type of thing.
And even like it just complements as well because when he puts down the wrapper, it rattles like a snake, which is literally just like it adds elements, not just the motherfucker eating food,
Tension. Yeah.
Dave Bell had a good one. The Denethor eating while during the Fairmore charge. It adds an element to that that's really significant, and it highlights how uncomfortable he is, even though he showed his disdain for Fairmore, but it's still his son out there.
Well, then you have Pippin singing that song over with, and then you have the visualization of the the grape juice coming down like blood. Like I say, the food is just something you add to the scene to show something of the character, like to show how little he cares or whatever. In this one, he's just eating because, that's what bad guys do to show they don't care. They eat during a scene. It's like, well, no, there's got to be more to it than that. Where he's just drinking a jug. Why is he drinking the milk? Like, there's a horrible, horrible scene in this movie where Supergirl gets poisoned despite having godlike powers at this point. Like, she's juiced up from the yellow sun. Some African family roofie her drink. And then she goes and she starts feeling the effects again, even though she's like a god at this point, or a demigod, whatever. And then she goes, I need milk because it lines my stomach. That way I'll be able to throw up the poison. But the point, number one, it's some random alien in the corner. How do you know that the milk it uses act like normal milk? It acts just like cow milk. And two, if you're already feeling the effects, it's in your bloodstream, it's too late. You can't just throw up poison. It's fucking stupid.
maybe the milk just delays the poison until the sun, and then we actually get later in the movie, we see that the sun, yellow sun, causes red blood to fight against kryptonite. So maybe, I don't know. I just think it's a dumb fuck idea to establish that we have a dog that we can't possibly save. Oh no, except that there are so many different ways of saving it just in the same movie, because we see her get saved. She gets saved by milk. She gets saved from kryptonite. She gets saved from a green fucking sun. And no, but the dog, that can't be saved unless we bring back the specific antidote. Go fuck yourself.
What a pathetic plot. Like, oh, my dog's sick. I have 3 days to get the antidote. It's just the type of thing you could have wrote that like in the bathroom. There's no effort there. It's just one of those things. You whipped it together. I'm not even, like, I say that half jokingly. Like, you can literally take a dump, come back out with like a better script idea in your head, fleshed out better than this one was, you know? And it's just,
well, I think what did James Gunn say about the he couldn't figure out Superman until he got Crypto, which means he doesn't believe in, like, you know, traditional superhero, you know, aspirations. He just thinks the dog is here to emotionally manipulate the audience. It is completely a crutch, which is why it's a crutch in this movie. Without Crypto, I mean, I don't care. It's a CGI dog killed a little shit. I'd give him to a family of Koreans. Fucking make a barbecue out of him. But like, it's surely everything is around the dog, because the superhero themselves are awful people, and I just don't give a shit.
It's not working. It's supposed to be there to manipulate the audience, but like, it's like the most unlikable dog of all time at this point between these two movies.
It did absolutely
because it's CGI and over exaggerated too.
Yeah,
like there's nothing realistic about it, even when it's walking around. So
if he was there for one scene, it might have been effective, like 1 or 2 scenes, and if they were cute and it had some effect on the plot in some way. But shoving him in our face like this is just being a failure.
Plus, in
even
Superman,
then, it didn't work. Like what he tried to do with Guardians of the Galaxy 3 with Rocket, it definitely didn't work here with Crypto. Because me, honestly, I completely forgot that the plot was about him when I started the movie. Halfway through, I was just like, I don't know what the fuck we're doing. And then at the end, I was like, oh yeah, fuck, we had to cure Crypto. That was the entire
the
plot.
dog.
Yeah, I was like, oh,
I said that in my review
it.
too. Like at the end of the story, I was like, oh yeah, and they saved Crypto. No shit.
Yeah,
it's you don't care. They don't make you care. It's just slapped on, and it's like he's a dog, so you have to care, right? There's just nothing there whatsoever. It's we all knew it was gonna be shit, but I was shocked at how like just empty and sloppy it was. I thought it'd be a little bit more well constructed. This to me, and it's funny, James Gunn didn't write it, but I'm still blaming him. Fuck it. It just confirms this entire project is just doomed.
And even just in terms of making you care, like for example, one of the big issues that I had is the inconsistency with the red and yellow suns. Because for example, at the beginning, when you see like Millie Alcock, she's drunk and everything, and she's trying to get the sword back for the little girl who's just robbed. You know, they show her bleeding, they show her getting hit, but they don't take it seriously. I thought that could have been a really good example of them to actually do it seriously, to make as if she would actually get hurt. But since she doesn't give a fuck during the fights, and she's basically just doing it for fun, even though she is getting hurt, you don't really get that sense of stakes at all. And then throughout the movie, they don't do anything to give you any semblance of stakes, except when she's on like the really green sun, and even there, in an instant, like everything is taken care of. You know,
it's
that's
a
what
problem.
their chance was too.
Yeah, I mean, it's a problem not with all women. Some women are very good, like really good writers. Some of them, but some of them just aren't. And this is like Ana Aguero is not a good writer, and I met a few of them, and it's like no actual interest in, say, mechanics of fight scenes, no interest in telling any other real type of story, no real interest in making the fight scene itself make any sense. What it's there to do is to tell you something about feelings. That's a lot of the action in this stuff. So when she's seemingly having fun in that opening fight scene and she bleeds, and then she actually calls out the fact that she bleeds, that's because the whole purpose of that fight scene is really just to say, oh look, we're being really clever, this is a character point, she actually is enjoying the sensation of feeling something for the first time. This tells us that she feels emotionless a large part of the rest of them. I don't say that that's entirely shit as an inspiration. There's some interesting ideas there, and it sort of all stems obviously from the destruction of Krypton, but unfortunately it doesn't really come across because she was so interested in getting that idea across that she got nothing else across, and so the fight scene itself just seems kind of laughable. Same thing with all the critics who say like she's just this dumb, empty, pointless, deconstructive party girl type figure. It's like, that actually isn't what she is. That is bad criticism, but I understand where it comes from because the movie doesn't like a fucking terrible job of showing you what it's really supposed to do. It's supposed to be sad, but it's all presented as kind of weightless and funny.
they only leave you with that. Like you can come out of this movie not even understanding there's supposed to be a point to all that drunkenness, and you just think, oh, she's just a drunken party girl. That's what she does, and they don't do anything with that in terms of what they set up. And like Uninspired said, they don't do anything with the opportunity where she's depowered to show like the comparison. And like you could have, this movie could have been good. This character could have been good. You could have did a lot with this premise, and they did nothing. It's like surprisingly empty. That's my biggest takeaway. Of just like give me something to laugh at, something to look at, something to think about, even something to criticize. It's emptier than Superman in a way that's frustrating for a reviewer for sure.
And it's something that's already been done too. You know, I mean, we have this premise already. They fucked up the third act, but like Hancock did this premise of a washed up superhero pretty decently up until that third act, you know. So it's like these are stories that have already been done. There's blueprints, there's ways to make it work, and it's like a story that can connect with a lot of people. You know, you can use it. It's not a bad premise, but it's just so poorly executed from every angle. And even then, I sent in the BSUP chat last time the clip of James Gunn talking about this movie, where it's like, Supergirl, we're gonna turn it into an epic sci-fi masterpiece movie, and it's like, what is this, man? They couldn't even get the visuals of the comic book correct because the visuals are pretty good. It's like, at least Zack Snyder, at least, like, you know, he could have gotten down the visuals. They could have done something at least pleasing to the eye, even if they knew the script was bad. But this is like Madam Web, Morbius levels of dog shit, where you don't even understand how studios are doing this anymore. It's genuinely baffling for the amount of money spent.
How dare you put it on the same line as Madam Web? Madam Web is a million times better than that. At least you have things to like make fun of, and it's like so consistent in its stupidity where you can enjoy it. It's so charming. There's no charm.
Madam Web is less broken than this movie, I think, and it's like not even close. Like my mom was in the Amazon researching spiders right before she died. Is funny, but it makes a degree of sense. This movie, so like the actual inciting thing before the main inciting thing, which is obviously Cringe Lords like murdering the family, but the backstory inciting event is the death of Krypton as a planet. And like I really wanted to like that because I liked, again, conceptually what they were trying to do with the character. It's like if you were just to describe it without any of the specifics, young girl brought up on a planet that dies is then, you know, sent off, and she believes that they found salvation in this flying city that they built. But then she has to slowly watch the remainder of her people die horribly, and then is sent away to a place she doesn't know to follow a guy that she was never supposed to follow. Like that's tragic, and you could do a load of really interesting stuff with it. Unfortunately, what should be the strongest part of the movie is so foundationally broken that none of that can work. So like the reason, so Krypton blows up, obviously, and the whole thing is just like, oh, we didn't listen. Like, yeah, I don't believe you. Apparently, like, because they're so highly advanced and scientifically competent. So it's like, I guess that nobody just looked at the core of their own planet. They're still advanced enough to turn a city into a spaceship. So that flies off. Then it's like, oh, but now all our people are dying because we didn't know that there was this thing called kryptonite, and now everyone's poisoned. So, okay, but you know that the yellow sun cures it and you can make spaceships, can you? No. But you've made a whole city fly. Yes. So I'm really confused as to why you're all dying. You could just leave.
Well, what was that? What's funny is where Kara's dad sends Kara off to Earth, which they already know yellow sun makes everyone superpowered. So they already have knowledge about that. And like, there's so much. Her dad's dying of radiation. Why doesn't he just get in the pods with Kara? Get to Earth, get cured. There's plenty of space.
They don't even send it. I mean, at least fucking Clark's rape lord dad sends him a message and presumably a whole fortress and some robots, because I don't know where else they could have come from. Whereas this one is just like, you have to go. Take the dog, and we're not sending anything else. No record of our people, no other people, no other children, even though like more children can fit in that pod. Fuck him. Not me, your dad.
But like, at this point, he's basically assuming, because when they're running into the giant shields, which again is a bunch of problems, he goes, there goes Clark off to conquer Earth. So he's going, it's been 8 years, he's 8 years old, so at this point, he probably should have taken most of the planet. So I'm going to send his cousin to meet him, and hopefully they just get along.
Because they should have sent her with a warning, because they know that Jor-El's rape lord. And they know
Yeah.
they believe that he sent Superman with that instruction. And so, like, if anything, they should have probably not sent her to the same planet because he might rape her. But if
Well,
they
he
are
said-
sending her into the same planet, then at least say, hey, your cousin might be Hitler, so be careful.
Having
Well,
the context
actually-
of the first movie while watching that scene is just awkward. Everything about that. What did you think of the Superman portrayal in this movie overall?
He's a retard.
Yeah, like why are they doing this from the very opening, getting pissed on to just him being like, oh, I'm just being completely uncomfortable and awkward. It's not what he's supposed to be. I don't even like the character, but I know he's not supposed. He's supposed to be way better than this, and at least have, some confidence
James
there,
Gunn-
not be portrayed like a muppet.
James Gunn can't do sincerity. He can only do like naivety, and that's all Superman is.
Mm-hmm.
He's just like fool to be made fun of. See, Kara, that's what Kara's line is, where she says, Superman sees the good in people, I see the truth. It's supposed to be that he's naive.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's all he ever sees of these people.
But-
Like the real heroes are like Suicide Squad, where they just murder a bunch of innocent people.
Mm.
Like that's his idea of a hero, a psychopath. Like there's another thing as well. Don't they say spread your Kryptonian genes, Kal-El, build a harem? So
Random
why
O's,
wouldn't
yeah.
why wouldn't Supergirl going there? He like behaves like a Targaryen and just like interbreeds there. Like why wouldn't he to keep the pure Kryptonian genes going?
Well,
Like
the
that would
parents must
be
think that's the risk, yeah.
yeah. Like you'd think. Oh, I don't think I'll send it to Kryptonian Hitler.
Yeah, they never consider that as being a factor. Like he's just gonna go full Targaryen because that would be a more interesting story actually. But they have to do this stupid crypto plot. Like both movies are two different types of failures, and like there's no real like thread of continuity attaching them together. Is there any reason to watch these two back to back? Would probably just make the experience of Supergirl worse.
Yes, it does.
So
Well,
this
what's
isn't
the-
even an MCU problem. It's just a superhero problem. Like they cannot do continuity at all.
Well, it's a
It's just-
Superman problem. I mean, it's in continuity. It's just that the continuity makes no sense. Superman, you can't do anything with what he built in Superman. It's so fundamentally broken that it's impossible to accommodate. The director, I think, said there's an interview with him where he says like, he went to James Gunn and said, like, how much of your world does this have to be set in? As though, like, I mean, I understand the caution. I wouldn't want to be set in his world either. And apparently he was told, oh, no, just think of it more like it's your own. You can make it your own. But then they test screened it like 15,000 times and everybody hated it. And then reportedly James Gunn went in and did, a whole cut of the movie himself. And he was involved in a load of the choices. So it is supposed to sit in continuity. It's just that you can't because that continuity is broken.
What did he say when he went? We're not going to do a film until the script is ready, and the script
Yeah.
on this
Lied.
was dog shit.
Straight up lies. Like, is there any way we can have like a list of his lies? Like, who's up to date with those? Who's most familiar? Because he's got a hot streak going. Like, what is going on? It's his reputation has just plummeted in the last like couple of years.
But it's hard to know like how many of them are lies and how many of them are just him being extremely dumb. Because like, everyone assumed when he said that The Flash was not only the best superhero movie he'd ever seen, but one of the best movies he'd ever seen. Everyone thought, okay, James, that's bullshit. What are you talking about? But then he hired the cinematographer and the writer and has given them
So
DCU
confusing.
projects. So I don't think he was lying. I think
It's
he's just
so
that
confusing.
deluded.
It's so confusing. Like, what the? In terms of his projects, like, which one do you consider his best? Is it Guardians, or is there's other ones that we've mentioned? But where's his prime? Because this ain't it. Like this
That's
is
the ones I've
Split.
seen, Guardians one, but I haven't seen many of his other ones.
Slither and Super are probably his prime.
I was gonna say his older stuff, man.
So can he do anything other than a ragtag group of like misfits, or is it like?
It's interesting you say that because, like, I was thinking about Dawn of the Dead since he wrote that, and that is just like a ragtag group
Yeah,
of
it's Guardians.
misfits.
Guardians with zombies.
Yeah.
It pretty much is. That's all he can do. So I'm just curious before I judge him, like in my script. Like I'm not about to go rewatch all his work, but
Go watch his stuff before Guardians of the Galaxy 1. Like Guardians of the Galaxy 1 was definitely like lightning in a bottle, but
Mhm.
yeah, I think before that it actually shows that he has some range as a writer and as a director.
For me, I want to know how much of Guardians we should actually give him credit for, because it's one of those movies when you watch it, it's like this shouldn't have worked. It's like definitely lightning in a bottle, and I just want to know who to give that credit to. Because from what I've seen since, I don't think James is really,
Well, that was during Marvel when it was a well-running machine, and he also coded it, wasn't it, based on a comic, and he brought that guy in.
That's what I mean.
And-
Like, there's always collaborations. Like, look at George Lucas in the OT, and then look at him when they just let him go free in the prequels.
Mhm.
You know, it's
Yeah.
nice to know what elements were there that reined them in, because whatever they were, they're not there anymore.
I'm saying the humor in this movie is atrocious. Like we're talking about that scene where the tech pirates who also love like antiquated like swords and shit. I don't know why, but like she takes them hostage and then she goes to a cinema planet to get popcorn and her dog is dying, by the way, to get popcorn and a slushie. And then goes to interrogate the people, like, and all that's done for is so that she can eat the shit popcorn because the popcorn's shit out by an alien. Where she bites into it and says, "This tastes like shit." That's all it was for. It was just for one joke, and it was terrible.
And
exactly.
Platoon,
That's why there's no stakes, man. You can barely feel anything. So it's like there's no investment for you to watch up until the end, and even up until the end, you're kind of just there like, this person is so uninteresting, in terms of someone to bring into the larger DCU, which is just like it's such a stupid thing to have done Supergirl now in terms of the release slate in comparison to anything other than Batman, for example.
Yeah, the movie was always going to perform really badly for that reason. The movie could have been okay, but it was like Superman was really, really shit, and also is one of the more popular and well-known characters. There's no way realistically that Supergirl beats a Superman movie, and then it turns out that the movie is also utter dog shit. And they tried so hard to appeal, specifically in their marketing stuff. It said they were deliberately targeting women under the age of 25, which is the smallest demographic to see the movie by far, women under 25. So well done. It was always going to bomb, and unfortunately everything around it just made it bomb harder.
That marketing is telegraphed for me because I wasn't even aware of that, but I could believe that after I saw the portrayal of the fight scenes. Stop putting stupid girly music in the fight scenes. Like it's so fucking lame. I love when you can integrate a song into a fight scene when it actually makes sense. When it's diegetic, when there's a reason for it to go on. Like Atomic Blonde is a really good one. Like a good setup for a diegetic fight scenes is cars, because if you're in a fight in a car in the middle of a chase, you're not going to stop to change the radio. So a song playing over the fight scene actually makes sense. But when you just slap it on, and I can clearly see your choice of song is directly to appeal to young women, it's just cringe. We need a different word for it.
I don't know what you're
unappealing.
talking about. I thought that subpar female cover of Jimmy Eats World in the middle was wonderful. It was truly peak.
Is that the slow motion one? Is that the one?
That's what's playing in the slow-mo scene. Yeah.
Holy crap. I was just like stunned at that point. It's one of those movies where you're kind of just like looking at the floor and the wall and like, hey, there's some paint that needs to be painted. Hey, look at that ceiling. That's cool. Where you're just wandering around looking at anything but the screen, And then when you wander back, you see scenes like that. You know that they think this was so amazing, and you're just shocked by how empty and garbage all of this is. Why was Momoa even in this movie? I'm just
hype, marketing hype.
4 minutes, I guess, in the film.
You mean
You didn't like his styrofoam abs? What do you mean?
Oh yeah, I was changing out towels during my viewing. It was
goodness.
wonderful.
Has he fallen off X? Is he not? Like, he's coming a long way from Khal Drogo. He was in his prime during the Drogo days. Now he's just this kind of like this chubby jock that they slap into movies through cosplay.
That was before everyone thought he played Jason Momoa in everything. He's he's not an actor. He's just playing himself.
The last time I saw him act was Drogo, legit. But it's better than my man.
He probably was saying that in Dothraki, going, "Yeah, my man."
Exactly. He's doing the same thing, but he's doing it in Dothraki, so it's way more interesting. That scene where he said he's gonna fucking go and get the chair for her and kill all the fucking guys in their stone. I was so fucking pumped. He got me hyped, and then fucking, how it goes. But he actually has presence to him, but I just don't feel like he's gotten the correct role. They're all just these wasted cameos.
Lobo 10 years ago would have worked, but like even then in this movie, he's as strong as Superman. And he ends up getting beaten up by child traffickers and imprisoned and needs a little girl to rescue him. So like you've lost all coolness.
You make it sound like it makes more sense than it does, because like that, you never actually see him lose. You don't see how he wins the fight. He goes off screen, and the next time you see him, he's been captured. Like he says, he copes and goes, "I'm not captured." Our hunter is waiting for his opportunity, but then the opportunity is a little girl has to choke a fully grown man
and then get out and then unlock him. And like she has to actually get him out the cell because when she leaves, he goes, "Hey, are you forgetting something?" If she just left, he's trapped in a cell.
Yep.
So like he's just cope. He's a fucking idiot. He got beaten up or he fell asleep or whatever, but he got taken hostage and needed to get rescued by a 12-year-old.
Hobbit, a child. I hate this kid.
midget.
She's so annoying. That scene to me, I'm like, okay, this is your opportunity. Show us something. Oh no, she's just gonna beat up a giant man twice her size. They gotta stop. They gotta stop doing this. The one in The Last of Us where Bella Ramsey's beating like a football player, showing little girls beating up guys twice their size. It needs to end. It needs to end here. It's the last time I ever want to see it.
Did she kill that guy? Did she choke him to death?
Probably. I'm gonna go
thought
watch
she
the
killed
scene
him.
like 10 times for my video for sure. But I'll
I
get
think
back
she
to
knocks him out. It's important that she doesn't kill. So I think she chokes him and then he hits his head on the bars and falls unconscious, I think is the implication.
She does a bunch of
Prison of bars,
impossible actions
tips
that
of
should never
poison.
happen.
You know, speaking
the
of
ball.
that, like, you remember the scene where the antagonist finally he kills that family, like the married couple and the daughter.
Yeah.
Like right beforehand, Supergirl tackles the little girl that was going to kill the bad guy, and the whole time I was like, why? Like at the end of the movie, Supergirl kills the fucking bad guy anyway. So if you were going to do that the whole time, why wouldn't you have just incinerated the bad guy right then and
Yes.
there? By, like,
Where's
flying
her
through
laser
him?
eyes? What's
They're
going on?
very,
this whole
very
movie?
selective. Sometimes they work, and most of the time they don't. But like that is one of the many scenes that after you see what happens at the end of the movie, that scene makes no sense. She's so insistent on not letting the kid kill the person who killed her parents, and then at the end of the movie, she does that. So it's like, what was the? And it turns out that Ana Noguera, who the writer, had completely misinterpreted what happens in the comic. Because there's an interview now with Noguera saying, yeah, like it's important we wanted to do because the comic ends really well. And, it's important that we wanted to do what the comics did because, we really needed to give us like a character who deserved to die and he died. But as I understand it in the comic, he's not dead. So well done.
Well, it's not just that. It's like when she's giving the speech, she's like, "Don't do revenge; it'll poison your soul." Blah blah blah. But Supergirl giving the speech doesn't make any sense because she never went on a revenge quest. Like
Nope.
her family died in a natural disaster. Like that's not revenge. It's not like she's done it and she realizes that it leaves you hollow afterwards. Like it doesn't make sense that she's the one to say revenge bad when she has no revenge.
Yeah.
She's never done it.
Yeah, that's
So
what I
it's-
was wondering. Is there red in her ledger somewhere that we don't know about? Like, why is she so adamant about
There
this?
has to be, but then they should have made that rather than her going around drinking and partying. It should have been her going around because like the last message she's given by her own parents is "be good," which is fucking cheap and shit. But you never mind. But like, let's say instead of her partying, she goes around fighting injustice, but she does it really angrily and bitterly in the name of being good. She's actually quite violent and mean and horrible and kills people brutally, even when she doesn't have to, because she does partially want the revenge thing. And then she learns by the end of the movie, having killed thousands of people, no, revenge actually isn't going to make you feel better. And because like that would mean that she knows what she's talking about. But in this one, you're right. No, like there's no comparison. She says it's not going to make you feel better. Trust me. It's like, but you've never had revenge against anybody. So
Yeah, it's silly. This movie, Cynic's point is actually strong, man. Like this movie really needed to go watch. Whoever made this, they needed to go rewatch Avengers. Like the scene with Black Widow and Loki does more for her character and set up for her future than this entire movie does with Supergirl. It doesn't take long. You just need a quality scene to achieve those points. And they just
I
can't.
think you're lying, Brooks, because I'm repeatedly told that the only reason this movie's bombing is because men hate female superheroes. So you can't cite Black Widow. She's a terrible character. You have to believe that.
So all the people who love Black Widow and was crying for her to get a movie all throughout the early phases were all we just don't exist. You notice how that only comes out when it's shit. Nobody says that when Wonder Woman makes money. Nobody says that when Captain Marvel makes $1 billion, even though we hated her. But they don't bring it up unless it's shit. It's like they're gonna lose. It's the wolf, boy who cried wolf thing. Like you just can't. I think they got 2 or 3 of those left in Hollywood. You can't keep blaming men for everything. Like it's just insane at this point.
They could do it forever.
Yeah. And speaking of women, I was gonna say this earlier. It was the fucking pirate scene. It was I don't remember what stream it was on. I think EFAP. You mentioned a Platoon, and I really love that point. How casting can be telegraphed by the gender when you have this woke nonsense. As soon as you see that the enemies are female, you're like, okay, they're not going to be bad. They're not gonna, it's just I know exactly what's going to happen here. The greatest example for that for me will always be Rifa, because the entire fan base basically predicted what was going to happen, and we were like down to the T exactly right. So I just wish they would change that and have an understanding of how much that
Well,
weakens.
my dad
They
did
can't be
it
intimidating.
with The Last of Us season. I think it was Last of Us season 1. Yeah, it must be season 1. Like my dad isn't like huge, doesn't follow this stuff massively closely, but we were watching that, and it's the episode where you're first introduced to the commune, and he says, well, they seem nice, so they're obviously going to turn out to be cannibals because they're white and Christian. And it's like, that is exactly correct. Well done. How did you know? And it's because, yeah, casting is telegraphed. So in this movie, the evil rape pirates, they're all men, and that makes them evil. And they have to steal little girls to further their own race, as we're told, by one of the other pirates. But they're good pirates because they're all women. And it's like, I'm so bored. Like, there's no surprises here because I know exactly how your mind works, writer.
But also, like, that's so stupid at the beginning of the movie where they're child traffickers who take women for brides, and yet they let a
They
girl
leave her behind.
go. They're just so stupid. And then he killed that black girl as well, again, and her family. Like, he could have killed the family and took the girl as well. Like, they're not very
Even
good
before-
traffickers. Keep killing them all.
In that first scene, even before you really know the full context of
You
how
are
it's so stupid,
roboting.
you're wondering why the hell would they leave the girl? How did she just teleport from there to the bar? Like, okay, let me not think. Oh, I'm still.
Wait, it also doesn't make sense because, like, he says he's there for the family weapons, which is in the shed. How did she get to the shed and get the sword? Where was the sword? That just magically appeared.
Maybe they just left one.
They're just
I
all
don't
around
know.
the house. He's got swords everywhere. Oh god, it's such a stupid movie. Just on like every metric, like the whole green sun. That's just thrown in last second, and then it's like, the fucking Gimp army. Like they know, they somehow know everything about Kryptonian DNA. They know that the green sun affects them. They know where to get kryptonite, which is like, how would you know? They're like endangered species, and like only kryptonite is a brand new thing. Like that only happened after Krypton blew up. So how would you get it? How would you know about it? And how'd you
That's
even
a
Kara
point.
didn't know?
I hadn't considered that, but I mean, you're right. So like, this is not set, and even Supergirl's arrival on Earth is not set that long before this movie begins, right? It's only a few years because she arrives. Yeah. So when in the Superman movie, when Lex says, "Oh no, we can't use kryptonite on Clark because there's none of that left on Earth," kind of implies they had loads and they used it all, but they can't have because it was on Krypton. No one's been there yet. So what?
Like if she went back to like Argo City and it was dead and the planet itself was kryptonite, like it would have made sense if instead of going to a stupid planet with green sun, if the Gimp army went to Argo City. And not just that, she has to face her past, all her family are dead, and the actual city itself is poisonous to her because it's irradiated.
Sounds like
you would have had that was just I thought of it 5 seconds ago. But like the thing is though, like none of that happens. It's just stupid contract. Like a planet going around two suns would be burned to a crisp. How would those suns not hit each other and like explode in like a supernova?
You do get some binary star systems, but like they're not easily habitable, I don't think. But this movie just uses it because like the green sun thing as well, you watch it and you think, okay, so like what are we establishing limits or a time constraint on like the next fight scene? Because it rises and sets really quickly. No, it's just they arrive or she arrives, it's green, she dies, well, is dying, it goes away, and that's fine now. So she can fight again. It's like, what was the point? This was just to keep her out of the film for a bit. That's all it's there for.
Yeah,
like,
there was
why
no time
would you know?
constraint. Like there was nothing to like. If you still have the 3 days to get crypto, which they have completely forgotten about at that point, why didn't they just wait until the yellow sun was out to land? Like what the fuck? And then the little girl gets kidnapped just because.
Oh no, she's a ninja because she can keep sneaking on these ships without anyone noticing, and then her stealth tree literally deactivates and she gets caught immediately. Like it doesn't make any sense. It's so stupid. Also, it's like that introduction with the bar. She goes, right, I need to find someone who will help me take down a gang of murderers. Do I go to law enforcement, a sheriff, something like that? No, I'll go to a bar full of drunks and ask any of them, hey, do you want
random
me,
ass fucking cantina, dude?
It's a like a horrible mutant version of the little girl in True Grit. Like it's just there's and probably multiple other female characters that were actually well portrayed and had some presence to them, but she had nothing, and they tried to skip her from being a child who just had her family wiped out to suddenly being this person with no development in between. We don't even know why she didn't get captured. Like there's a whole story there that they could have done that could have made that scene believable. Instead, I was with everyone at the bar just kind of laughing at her like, what are you doing, child? Get off my screen. They failed that completely. It was such a terrible character.
Oh, everyone's terrible. Like there's not no one likable. Even the villain's not likable. Even when you're hitting unlikable characters, that usually like when someone hits Captain Marvel, you instantly like them because she's so horrible. But even he's so fucking awful and boring that I don't care. That like the entire thing of just I also hate it does this. It has the Star Wars problem, which is let's go to a planet. He's on fucking I don't know Dakar 5. We go to Dakar 5. There he is, like instantly. Yep. Do you know how big a fucking planet is?
The whole.
Is he? Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah,
but like it's the same thing. Like Mandalorian, he lands on a planet. Where's Rota? There he is over there. It's like the planet is just a series of rooms. That's all these planets are. There's like. It's like so. Oh, I know where Jim is. He's in Australia. That's a fucking continent. How would you find him? Like if someone said that's just one small piece of Earth. Yeah, every time in sci-fi shows, especially, it's always just the second I land, he's in a bar right across the road from me, and I can't stand that. That makes everything feel so tiny.
I definitely agree with you, man. I feel like since everything just is there conveniently, nothing really works, or even then, it doesn't really present as much to the larger DCU that they want to establish. It's just bad. I mean, it's still baffling to even see the fact that this script got made on such a budget, considering that you want to start a new, like franchise, I'm guessing. So this is, and plus, didn't he double down on saying that he was standing by their next decision?
Yeah, I think so. James Gunn's wife has come out and said that James Gunn's next movie is going to be the best movie James Gunn has ever made, Man of Tomorrow. So that's a seal of approval.
Even Peter Safran, that's what I was talking about. Peter Safran keeping the saying that this is a long-term strategy that they're sticking by for now. That's a bunch of bullshit. He says,
Supergirl underperformed, but it's part of a long-term plan, and we'll bring the character's going to return. Like she's going to be in Man of Tomorrow, I think, in quite a significant way. I don't like. Again, actress absolutely fine, but character is just non-existent. So you've got a non-existent Superman and a non-existent broken Supergirl, and who else is appearing in Man of Tomorrow?
Yeah, what about this movie makes you want to watch another one, or what is it setting up? Like Batman Begins, that Joker scene got you right ready for the Dark Knight. Like it was a perfect setup. Iron Man scene with Nick Fury is fantastic. You need those hooks sometimes, or at least something. But they not only had the hooks, but they also had great movies. They were ensuring that the audience was coming back. Penguin had a contained story the entire time. Fantastic ending. And at the very end, they flash up the bat signal. So you're like, oh, yeah, this is the same universe. I want to see this shit go down now. You need the setup. What did this movie have? What reason do you have to ever want to see her on screen ever again?
Well, that's a problem. Supergirl could have been used to flesh out the villain, because Brainiac's the villain on Superman 2. So, and in one of the continuities, Brainiac... he's the one that blows up Krypton. Like, what he does is he comes into a planet, digitizes like a city, and then blows the rest of it up. That's kind of what he does. He collects knowledge. So that's, so if Brainiac blew up Krypton, it would make a lot more sense, the fact that they make a shield that can, slice off a city. So some people did listen, because how do you build that? But never mind. You would set up Brainiac for the villain of Superman 2, because he's the one who destroyed Krypton, rather than just it blew up randomly. Like, you could have done something, but no, This one's just fucking stupid. Again, they're not thinking like 2, 3, 4 steps ahead. They're literally thinking this movie right now. Let's just do True Grit in space, but ruin everything about it.
I'm so glad it's so obvious to everyone. I'm like, what the hell are you doing ripping off this iconic movie? I hate that shit. When you can immediately see what they're ripping off and it's just a garbage version of it. And I said that about the first one. It feels like a film that isn't aware of the last 20 years of superhero movies existing. It just doesn't understand its place in the media right now and its time in history. Like, what are you doing? he's acting like the MCU didn't exist, and this is like this fresh and incredible idea that no one's ever heard of. Bro, we're fucking sick of this shit. And unless you can actually figure out something that's, you know, of quality, nobody wants to hear about it anymore.
And like
Well, now
even
that-
just in a way
Sorry, go
to select like the upcoming things, because right now after Supergirl they have Lanterns, then Clayface. Lanterns already, we're not even gonna know the streaming numbers, so it's basically just gonna be dependent on if critics like it or not. That's the only thing that they're gonna toot their horn about, if critics like it. Clayface, I think it could make money because it's approximately $40 million budget, so Clayface can do something, especially since it's a bit removed, as we said before. It was like one of the Batman universe projects that James Gunn basically just stole. So that would be one of the first things that's kind of far removed from him. And then after that, Man of Tomorrow is just gonna flop simply because Superman, as I keep saying, man, like Superman is a big name, but Superman isn't a huge moneymaker in general worldwide. The only reason why Man of Steel made a shit ton of money was because Zack Snyder went the really, really actiony route. So general audiences could just go and watch that as a blockbuster as opposed to like an actual Superman movie. And so Man of Tomorrow is not going to make a shit ton of money. Supergirl was a huge misstep in terms of what you're going to do. And then the next thing that they have is The Brave and the Bold, if that ever gets made. Same with Booster Gold. And I think the only movie that's going to make money would be like Swamp Thing, because they'd probably keep the budget low. And they'd probably just make it its own tiny thing apart. It's not going to be part of this huge universe.
Watch that be the good one. I bet that's going to be the good project out of all of them. The one that nobody gives a fuck about.
I bet you the next good projects that they're going to have are Clayface and Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
Brave and the Bold, it's going to be a miracle if that actually gets made.
I feel like an Andor situation is upon us, where there's going to be some random project that nobody gives a shit about. That's actually good. But they burned so many bridges with Supergirl and Superman and all the other crap that they've done.
Is DC just going to be a bunch of? Is DC going to be a bunch of like shitty superhero horror movies? Like they're going to try and chase that obsession money. Like we're just going to have Clayface and Swamp Thing and Penguin, and we're just going to have like
Joker and Penguin have showed like the popularity of the villains, haven't they? Like there's so much potential there where nobody really cares. I feel like if you go down the rogues gallery for certain characters, you might get better films than trying to do Superman or Supergirl. There's more interesting.
When you say for certain characters, but it's just Batman again, though, isn't it? Joker and Penguin. It's not any old rogues gallery. It's Batman. It's still Batman adjacent. That seems to have the best worlds, the best universe. Joker obviously is independent, but everybody understands who Joker is and who he's traditionally against. And Penguin is very successful as a spin-off from Matt Reeves's Batman. Nothing to do with James Gunn. And apparently that was where Clayface originated as well, and then James Gunn stole it. So we'll see how that works.
Oh, he's a thief too, on top of a liar and a hack and an egomaniac. Yeah, he's just
so you're gonna have Clayface, and then Boy Eats World is just gonna play while he's in the bath, just changing shapes. But like we said before, because we've got the Paramount Warner merger. Like, is James Gunn gonna stick around, or is it gonna be like we'll let him finish off like the bunch of films he's already got in the slate, lined up? Then we might just wipe the slate clean again.
I think that's his thinking. That's why he's rushing Man of Tomorrow. But then, I mean, because I think the first pitch he's going to make, as I mentioned on EFAB, once the takeover is finalized, the first pitch he's likely to make is the thing it was already spoken about. It's the Jimmy Olsen and is it Gorilla Grodd, the TV show?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Be the Paramount executive who receives that pitch. Where are you sending James Gunn? I don't imagine it's going to last any longer than that. Matt Reeves's stuff might succeed because that makes money and people don't hate it. So
you can't do Gorilla Grodd. Do you know why? Because you'd have to introduce Gorilla City, and it's basically Wakanda but actual gorillas.
Christ,
oh, God!
It's a hidden, technologically advanced city full of monkeys. So there's no way they are going to even touch that with a five.
That's the one James Gunn wants to do, though. So he's in charge of DC for the moment. Anyway, I just don't. If Man of Tomorrow comes out and loses a fuck ton of money, which it probably will. And then the Batman Part 2 comes out and makes quite a lot of money, which it probably will, then I think writing's on the wall. James Gunn's done. This DCU stuff is over for a while, and they will carry on allowing Matt Reeves to do a few things here and there, which is probably for the best. At least if they're sensible, that's what they'll do.
I really hope they don't
Like
try and
merge
do
universes.
anything crazy with like Matt Reeves' universe. I just really hope that they don't like overstrain him, because if not, it's just gonna be the same problem that they had with James Gunn's DCU. Right now, I think they should just keep it like Batman in the Batman universe. Don't add Superman or anything like that. You know
They
what I
should have
mean?
used that template. They had Batman, like for all its problems, people still wanted to see more of it, and Penguin was excellent. There's your base. Start there. Make individual projects, and they put that on ice so we can do this crappy James Gunn stuff. It's insane to me. This is one of the worst decisions I've ever made. I've ever seen made in Hollywood in terms of which projects to actually put your money into. You have one that is clearly a success and one that is clearly not working, yet they're forcing all their money into this project. It's just crazy to me. Like, I can understand this if you had nothing to work with and you're just trying something new, but you have something that was already accepted by the fan base.
Yes.
And it's a really good starting point. There's just no excuse for that.
Maybe they'll realize that, but then obviously then that is dependent on the merger going through. And last I heard, the UK government has stepped in and decided to say, "Ooh, we might have something to say about that merger." And the obvious answer is go fuck yourself. But they might try, because this government hates everything. So you never know. Anything else left to be said on the subjects of Supergirl, or are we moving on to the other thing that happened this week? Yeah,
Don't
watch
waste your time. Honestly, don't even watch a cam copy, dude. This is just a waste of fucking
Yeah, it's
time.
fucking-
Yeah,
wasn't
unless
good.
you're reviewing it, just skip, hard skip. It's terrible. It's boring. That's the biggest sin, man. You could be shit. But if
Yeah,
you're boring me, man. Oh,
exactly. Someone before said the Marvels or Supergirl. I definitely rewatched the Marvels than Supergirl, because at least then I could have said that I was moderately entertained in some aspects. This one, I was just praying for it to end.
Yeah, Marvel does feel shorter. They're almost exactly comparable in the ways that they're broken and how badly they're broken. In that, like, so Supergirl's entire thing makes no sense because obviously the destruction of Krypton makes no sense. But then in the Marvels, Carol being kind of floating around doing nothing and being miserable. And then it turns out she's miserable because she did 4 genocides, but she can just reactivate suns whenever she wants to and just didn't realize she could. That's pretty fucking broken too.
Like 3 genocides, she was fine, and then the 4th one, she was, I might have gone too far.
too much. That's too much. I will take Miss Marvel, the little girl in that movie, over the stupid Hobbit in this in Supergirl.
Yeah, definitely.
So just that alone makes it a superior film. Just she's
The
likable.
actress is way more likable as
She's
well.
so
She's
like
like-
she's just totally likable. Everyone likes her, and just it sucks that she's stuck in Marvel.
I know the dad, the actor who plays a dad, got arrested for sexual offenses, but
Did he?
yeah.
But he's in
around-
Daredevil Born Again, playing a nice,
Well,
charming old man.
Oh god, can't believe they let him back on the set. I suppose that's where he belongs, though. If he's around kids.
Yep.
Garbage.
Yep.
Garbage movie.
Oh,
Stay away.
it was
from
also hard to watch because all the subtitles were in Indian, and for some reason, this film insists on everyone speaking a different language.
Oh, see, mine was different. My Kryptonian spoke Spanish. And so it took a little while. They just had to feed every individual line through Google Translate to figure out what they were saying. But you don't really miss anything. It's just you miss just boring exposition. Like that bit where they are running through the streets of a planet that's literally 2 seconds away from blowing up, and they see a ship fly up and say, "Is that Clark?" Yes, he's going to conquer the universe. What? This wouldn't be at the forefront of my mind at this time. And then there's the later bit where it's just expositing, oh yeah, everyone's dying now, we can't stop it because reasons. And then there's one line about how I think it's the dad says to Kara, says, you are our souls extending their way through the universe or something, which is really, really fucking cringe. But that was like an interviewer called that out with the writer and said, oh, that line, I just thought, it was so amazing. Then he misquoted it because he didn't really know what he was talking about. And she says, yeah, I know, it's almost like I thought about writing it or something. It's like, oh, I don't like you at all, and I don't think you should be employed.
And she got like no credits. Like she was an actress in, what was it, True Blood? Not True Blood, fucking Blood Diaries, the vampire one. And then
she was an actress in one thing. She wrote one episode of a TV show, I think, right? And then
gets a $175 million movie.
Hundreds of, yeah, I mean, and it's going to cost more than that. These things always cost more than the reported budget. I think she'd done some theater stuff, which just doesn't show up on her IMDb, but it's not comparable. There's not easily transferable skills. Even it's just such a very different experience. And I don't imagine she was the lead writer because this woman cannot write for shit. Like
No.
basic logic errors infest this plot. And
God,
she's in
that's-
charge of Wonder Woman and Teen Titans. So
we're not getting there.
no,
They're
no.
like we were gonna get the Authority, and like what was was that the Amazonians, or is that an extra thing? The Wonder Woman
Oh,
one?
Paradise Lost, the Wonder Woman. Was that a TV show? I think.
Yeah, it
Wonder
was gonna
Woman
be
prequel.
Game of Thrones, where women just murder men non-stop, all fucking just. Oh no, our foods are running low. What should we do? Let's stab a baby boy. Like, I understand the whole, like, she's from Themyscira, but seriously, a fucking island full of women would collapse without magic bullshit. It would collapse into, like, debauchery and death.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine a woman go up the hill and get water. I would do, but I'm too lazy. I just can't be bothered. You do it. No. And they just die from no one getting any resources.
Well, they'd all trick
would
each other into becoming fat and unshackable because that's what they do.
There's no men around. Yeah, they're just clawing each other's face and throwing acid at each other.
And that's
Have you
good,
seen-
though. The all-male pirate brigands in this movie, that's bad. But the all-women group on Themyscira who basically probably does the same thing, that's fine. That's all good.
Well, it depends on the story, because some of them, like, they'll fuck men and then kind of throw them back. Like, some of them will go on to like a mermaid, what are they called, sirens, where they're supposed to be based in those stories. So on the more edgy version of Themyscira, they lure men in, rape them basically because they don't have a choice. Rape them, and then when they get pregnant, they throw them in the ocean and kill them. That's the edgy version. But the problem is, if Wonder Woman comes from such a place, she would be a psychopath. So
Yep.
most of the time, they just kind of find a guy, they go off on a boat, fuck a guy, come back on shore. That's how they reproduce.
Well, I mean, Wonder Woman did rape a guy.
Yeah, I was
so-
about to say
she
she's
did,
a
yeah.
psychopathic rapist. You forgot,
I
right?
mean,
It has
it
prior
works.
She raped.
That was
And
my
then
first time.
what was it? The director didn't realize, and then someone online said, "Oh no, don't you see? Since they undid the monkey paw wish, they undid the rape."
That's not how it works,
She
Patty.
still raped. She still raped someone.
Is there a
She-
better example in recent history of one movie derailing someone's career, like Wonder Woman 1984? I haven't even heard her name since then, Patty Jenkins.
I mean, she wasn't even a huge name before the first Wonder Woman movie, man. Like, she had done a couple of things. She had, like, the last thing that she had done that was really famous was Monster, and that was early 2000s, I think 2003 or something like that. So she wasn't even a huge name before Wonder Woman. Then Wonder Woman actually made her like a proper household name, and then by the time Wonder Woman 84 came out, well, her career was over.
Well, this is the problem. It was during the super woke shit. So, like, they were trying to push every female director possible. So they set it up for failure. Like, she needed more time, more experience. Like, remember The Mandalorian? And everyone kept going, "Oh, Deborah Chow directed an episode. She's amazing." And now nobody gives a shit. Because it was
Yeah,
just a
same with,
massive push.
Bryce Dallas Howard as well did a bunch of directing in those, and again was. But then the actually popular woman they had on their team, they decided was going to be unpersoned because she said something about vaccines or whatever the fuck. It's like, yeah, it doesn't seem like you're really pro sisterhood anymore, does it? It's just the right kind of women. I mean, obviously, KK tried to hire Patty Jenkins to do the Rogue Squadron movie after the rip-roaring success of Wonder Woman 1984, and that's never going to come out. So, yeah, just terrible all around. Bad decisions, and James Gunn keeps making them. So the era of tedious is not over just yet.
Wasn't she going to do Rogue Squadron for Star Wars? Which
That is
continues-
literally what I just said.
Oh,
yeah.
I was
Thanks, Greg.
I was in the TV off. Sorry.
Nice.
But like, yeah, it's like I don't know what's going on with Star Wars. Like, what is it? Just the Mandalorian Grogu? And do they have another movie after
Yes,
that? Or...
Starfighter is the Ryan Gosling one
Oh,
next
I
year.
forgot it. I've completely forgot that exists.
I just don't
Yeah.
care.
It'll be better than Mando and
care.
Grogu, I'm reasonably sure, or at least it'll be more popular than Mando and Grogu. I think it might make a bit more money, but yeah.
Did Grogu and Mando, or whatever it's called, did that make more? Is that going to make more money than Supergirl?
Probably.
Yeah, just
Oh, yeah,
about.
probably.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
it's
God.
done 100 and it's not going to make money, but it's going to make more of its budget back than Supergirl did, or will.
It's funny, like Madam Web, Mando and Grogu, Supergirl, we're all competing for who loses the least amount.
Well, I was kind of worried for it because I think we'd also like done our predictions and said I thought Mando and Grogu would earn more than what it's something else, and then Supergirl would earn the least. And then Mando and Grogu earned so little, I was thinking, oh fuck, I might be wrong. But then Supergirl came out and it was safe, so it's all good.
Like I thought at least 300 million because I thought there's still life in the superhero genre, but it really is. They're using up all their currency. Like
There's
nobody
life,
gives a shit anymore.
there's life, but there's no faith. There's life because there's people who still like the concepts and characters, but there's no faith. Like superhero movies are now associated with bad writing. That wasn't the thing. It was like they were subpar in like the early days. It was like you can at least get a decent story. Then we had some real high quality stuff with maybe like, you know, the Nolan trilogy or not the third one, but some parts of the MCU. We actually reached a good level, but now it's just completely plummeted. And the casual audience can tell now. Like there's just no faith in the project overall. Like in the prime of the MCU, they would watch every movie, watch it to the end, and have faith that they was going to actually be worth the while going into the next one. They were invested in the journey. Nobody cares about the journey now. Nobody cares. So it's basically just us waiting for like, oh, okay, this one was good. They're going to need like 3 to 5 really good movies in a row to get people's faith back. You can't just have one here and there, you know? What have we had in the last few years? The Penguin. That's it.
Oh, we'll see if Spider-Man, how much that makes, because Spider-Man is still like a tentpole of Marvel.
Yeah, dude. Spider-Man easily gonna make. I personally say 2 billion.
No way.
seems to have
No
survived.
way.
No,
No
2
way.
billion
home,
is not happening.
29. No.
Dude,
You're forgetting the
Spider-Man,
power
I
of the
don't know,
Peters in the
dude.
other one. No Way Home
Yeah,
had
Power of the
all
Peters.
the nostalgia factors going into
Yeah,
it.
and
No
that
way
didn't even
to-
make 2 billion. So how is
No
this
way.
one?
Dude, I bet you this one makes at least like 1.9 or 2 billion.
No way. This will cross $1 billion if it is good. If it is not good, it will not make $1 billion.
I mean,
I
honestly,
second
if
that.
it's not good, yeah, genuinely, I think if it's not good, it's probably gonna make a ton of its money already is gonna be made first weekend. That's for sure.
Oh
So
yeah,
that
that's
one-
quite common for all Marvel stuff. Is already first weekend heavy, but I mean,
I'm
yeah, I think
actually
a lot it's going to hinge on the quality of the film. The last one obviously had the obvious nostalgia factor. I don't think bringing back Mark Ruffalo as Hulk is going to have quite the same effect as the other two pieces. Somehow,
Depending, yeah, I think it really just depends on the word of mouth for this one in terms of like the money generation for the first week. Of course, first week definite guarantee, but then second week is definitely going to be word of mouth to say if it was actually worth the wait, worth the hype, or if the hype is actually describing what we have on screen. It's good. If not, then I think this is going to be a huge failure, and then like another massive misstep because I think they have 2 more movies. This is the first in a trilogy for Tom Holland, I think.
Is it? Are they going to mention that Hulk has a son?
no.
Nope. Never seen that motherfucker ever again. I think they're just trying to forget that entire phase even existed. Like, is America Chavez or Gaia or any of these fools coming back? Like, there's some people they just need to memory hole. What can he do?
Well, Ned's
Yeah,
back,
like-
but Ned's a wizard now, so I don't know what they're gonna like. Is he gonna be a wizard in the film or not? They're gonna
Ned's-
try
I
and
don't,
forget
I
that
don't think
happened
they're
too.
going to do anything
Yeah.
with Ned's
cool.
wizard stuff.
He gets a pass.
Yeah, because
I don't know. I mean, you say he's cool. He's not objectionable. Somebody described him as a talking prop the other day, and I think that's kind of correct. He's not a character, but
He's just there.
he's kind of enjoyable, I guess.
I like the scene where he was basically like when he found out Peter was Spider-Man and he was just asking him all of those questions. They could have went more into that and developed their friendship. He's just there to be the best friend, but they don't really have any friendship moments. I would argue that Ironheart and her fucking AI girlfriend kind of had more of a relationship than Peter and Ned did. Like for all the people who shit on that show, that their friendship was at least believable.
Or at least the
So-
friendship with the weird AI reconstruction of that friend who
Yeah.
the show was never entirely convinced, and I don't think the show understood what she was. But there was
it did
something there that with that one particular scene in one episode, it's like I guess I could see some character work there. But
Yeah.
Wasn't
but,
that a
yeah.
sister, a stepsister, or something?
It was her sister that she missed, and she was killed in an accident that killed her stepfather as well. And she used the AI to try to bring back her consciousness. But like Platoon said, the whole show, us and the show couldn't figure out what the fuck was going on. What is this sorcery this whole time? I
No, I
still say
remember-
they had more relationship and more chemistry than they've done with Ned and Peter. They haven't really done much.
Well, all I remember is that she sold her soul to the devil.
Yep.
Yep. Mephisto. He was good. I wouldn't mind seeing him again. Sacha Baron Cohen's Mephisto. If you do something with him, I like that.
Imagine debuting Sacha Baron Cohen in the MCU as Mephisto in Ironheart.
I know.
Like, the fuck
Most
were you
people don't even
thinking?
know. Most people aren't even aware that happened. It's just a scene they get to remind them of. It's kind of sucks. I'll take him over Kang.
Almost no one's fucking seen Ironheart, dude.
Yeah. And anyone who did is not sticking around to the very end scene. So there's
No.
just a handful of us to even know about that performance.
Didn't even finish reviewing it. Just couldn't be bothered. But, there we are. Money left on the table. I guess that brings us to the end of the major topic of that being old Supergirl not doing particularly well. We've mentioned boring, tedious women, so I guess there's a little bit to be said about House of the Dragon before we leave, because that show is kind of broken.
Fuck.
Who here is it just me and Jella who've kept up with this so far?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
no.
I guess.
I'll just quickly say, like, we were all burnt from Game of Thrones, so you kind of went into House of the Dragon, just like, you know what? Let me just see Westeros again. Let me see some dragons, maybe a horse or two. You just went in with low expectations, and then we got this brilliant character named Viserys, and his story just made season 1 very special. And the aftermath has just not been up to par, to the point where now it's fucking it's a creaky ship that still entertains me, but it's not impressing me in terms of the quality of the writing. They're trying to jump to very impressive, dramatic payoffs for those Twitter mentions, but not earning them. And the whole point about this shit is you have to fucking earn it, like they did in season 1, like they did in Game of Thrones. So I liked episode 2, but Jesus Christ, does it make no sense in so many fucking ways.
I think it's just absolutely, completely, irrevocably broken. I think episode 2 is really quite bad for that. So, like, Damon fully believes in Rhaenyra's prophecy, absolutely believes she has to rule, and then has a chat with White Worm, and White Worm says, "Oh yeah, basically, I'm going to betray you" in French accent, and then he just leaves.
What he did to Jasper is what he should moment, and then just slice her fucking head off right there, and I'd be like, I would have been jumping in my fucking chair.
He's fucked. Unfortunately, the whole grand conspiracy plan, the Master of Laws uncovers Alicent's conspiracy. And rather than tell anyone about that, he tries to rape her first.
I got you now. Let me get a good rape in real quick. Okay, it's one of those moments where, like, fuck logic, fuck character, fuck intelligence, fuck context and information. Men are just bad. So we have to show you how bad they are by having them rape in the stupidest time to rape someone. It's the stupidest rape scene ever filmed. Can we say that?
Yep.
It might be number one.
I mean, it's arguably the most consequential, because that's the thing that allows the entirety of the rest of the show to keep going. So if that doesn't happen, or if he just does it in reverse, if he has the novel concept of maybe raping her in prison after he's dobbed her in, then the show's ended. Nothing can happen. But then it should have ended anyway, because Rhaenyra and Daemon's grand plan is just to walk into the middle of the Red Keep with no backup, with no soldiers, with no army, and just hope that there's nobody in there with a crossbow, because if there was one of those, then they would be dead too. So I actually think it's basically the only character who's like not fucked up at this moment is Ulf, which is not a position you need to be in.
Eamon, we had our suspicions about Eamon last episode. Like there's so much more I want from this character. It seems like the show thinks he's done, and he's literally, I would go so far as saying he's flanderized. He's a fucking angry idiot at this point. I thought he could have been really an iconic villain, but everything I thought about him in season 1 has been just half-baked and rushed. He's just an angry dude with one eye and mommy issues and a really, really cool dragon. So I'm kind of like, man, what's left? You're fucking over Damon in terms of character consistency, and he's really the only character left that I had, like, in terms of full compellment. Anytime he's on screen, I'm fully on board. But you've damaged him significantly in the fact that I feel like season 1 Damon would have absolutely murdered her on the spot, or even set her up to be murdered. Just because of the hindrance she is. He has a better understanding of what she's capable of, so much more history with this person. Rhaenyra didn't even remember who the fuck she was. They've talked like 3 times and made out. Damon had a relationship with her over years when Rhaenyra was a child, before she could even understand these things. They have fucked up so many fundamental things where I can't defend it anymore. I can only watch it for my own entertainment. It is kind of salvage why it's
very entertaining, but it's also so fundamentally, like, I might even do a little video just because it's like it's getting loads of praise, and I just think that's because people aren't watching it.
What the fuck? Is that so much shit
in it's like, but I mean, in episode 2, so like Rhaena, after the colossal fuck up that is her existence in episode 1, and flies back to the Vale, and she's like, "Help! I lost control of my dragon, and I killed the crown prince."
I fucked
And then
everything up.
what's her name? Miss Aaron says, "Yeah, that's bad. You should leave." And then she says, "But I can protect you with my dragon that I can't control." She
It's
says,
in
"Yeah,
the
fine,
dragon's just in the
stay."
background. It's so
Ugh.
fucking silly. I don't know what they're thinking with Sheepsita. He's a cool dragon, and he doesn't deserve this fucking storyline.
No.
I love seeing Caraxes, and it warmed my heart to watch him fucking glugging down some water. Just literally, that's what they've dragged me down to. Watching a dragon drink some water was
But why
like
would
one
a
of the more
dragon
satisfying
drink
parts.
water? I don't even get that. Dragon,
What do you mean?
they breathe fire, and their blood is super hot. So
They still get thirsty, you monster. What the hell?
but wouldn't that put the
No.
fire out? We just had a dragon drowning in the last episode because water's bad for dragons.
No, that doesn't. So again, wasn't Vermax hit with the arrows as well? No. He was pinned down by the thing. He got dragged into the water. So I don't really have an issue with that. But I feel the dragons are definitely having issues when it comes to this.
Well, think about Daenerys. The
dumb
dragon eggs are stone, and then the only way to awaken them is with fire and blood. Like, there's no water involved. Do you know what I mean?
And when in season 2, no 1, which is Rook's Rest? Is that season 2? That's season 2, isn't it?
Season 2, episode 4.
So when Vhagar's blood lands on those soldiers and it literally melts them to death,
yeah,
like the water will just evaporate as soon as it goes into the dragon.
You think because they have like flaming hot blood, they can't have a sip of water?
I think the water would evaporate. It's basically like vaping for them.
I never thought of it that way.
That's the thing, like, there's stone and fire. They're like volcanoes. Like, they drink lava or something. I don't know, but like, or the magical, they don't have to drink anything.
Fuck you both. I like the scene. I want to see a thirsty Caraxes because that's all I have left at this point. Rhaenyra, you fucking idiot. I really, really like Rhaenyra's character. I liked Rhaenyra's character, but I'm done. The promise that they ended on in season 1, that face, she nailed it. It was a lie. Where is that chick? She's been this idiot for the last 2 seasons, and I don't know what they were thinking. She was such a solid character with so much set up for potential, and they're really butchering her now. And and the worst part is her performance was fantastic, but I couldn't, like, how did you even get Jace's body? Why is any of this happening? Why is she so weak and stupid? Do something with this, please. If they can pull this season back to the point where I'm super, super invested, I'll be shocked. But I said that about season 1 even being good. So I don't know. I'm really disappointed. That's all I can say. I still enjoyed the episode. I was entertained, but I'm not fucking impressed at all by how you got to the places you got.
Well, didn't George write the what was it, Butterflies?
Yes. He hates this show.
He hates it,
and he hates Brian Condal, the showrunner, quite bitterly.
But
he's writing blog posts and having to take them down because he's not allowed to do that, but he keeps doing it. Won't write Winds of Winter, but he will shit on House of the Dragon.
Yeah, if you're so invested in your stories being completed, how about you complete one, you fat bastard? Like, you're leaving them up to other people and then bitching about how they do it. You do it. Just fucking do it. Your stuff is like, and Duncan Egg coming out this year really shows you the contrast. And like, I hope that show doesn't go the same way, because season 1 was brilliant. And it made me so hyped up for season 3 of House of the Dragon, but it's just, we're not doing it right now. Allison Waters is just an idiot who wants Harrenhal. Aemon is a fucking moron who doesn't know how knives work, won't even check his flank. We didn't even talk about Otto. You were just in the fucking, you were downstairs the whole time, bro. What a waste. The best actor in the show.
Otto?
They fucking waste Otto Roboto, and I'm pissed about it. They wasted Simon Strong. Pretty much every major death scene so far this season has had me like with my hands in the air, like, what the fuck? Why'd you do it that way, or why'd you do it at all? The chorus scenes are good, but that's about it. There's just not much that's working right now.
I've heard some people say that this episode was the finale, what should have been the finale for season 2.
We haven't seen season 3 yet. And we're 2 episodes into season 3. That's pretty much what's going on.
I'm gonna watch this.
It's a real bingeable too. Like I would definitely check those out. Those 2 just because there's so much to discuss. Or if even watch me and Platoon rant last week. We went off and just ripped apart that whole episode. But I don't know, man. It's okay when it used to be great. That's what's frustrating about it now. There's still great performances and great cinematography, but the magic isn't there. They're rushing and they're fucking things up.
The retardation certainly is. So, yes, kind of looking forward to next. I think next episode will determine whether or not I commit to video on this subject. But it's nagging at me. I need to do Supergirl first, though. So if I have time, we'll see. But that is going to be a yes. Sorry.
Sorry, I was just going to say, is this, do you think, a product of George, how he writes all the stories? They all end terribly, or do you think it's a HBO decision, or like a mixture?
It's got to be both.
Yeah, I mean, well, they deviated so much because House of the Dragon, Fire and Blood isn't finished, obviously, because he doesn't finish anything. But the bit they're actually adapting is finished because it kind of all ends with the. They have a complete story outline they should have been working with. They've changed so much that this isn't really a George not finishing his book problem. I don't think this is a HBO and Ryan Condal doing something very, very different with something that actually was sort of finished.
Yeah, they don't have the excuse of the other stories because they have a complete story to work with. They're just altering it to the point where we don't know what the fuck is they're capable of now. You can't really, as a book reader, like Platoon's knowledgeable about the book, you can't really anticipate things going the way they went in the book. It's just a freestyle at this point.
Yeah, because like,
kind of like
season
5 of Game of Thrones. That's what it feels like.
Is it Night of the Seven Kingdoms unfinished? And from season 2, what we're hearing is that they're already beginning to change a few things.
Fucking hell, man.
Well, I think
what I mean.
From what I've heard, it's mainly just casting at the moment that was the controversy for season 2. He's done 3 of those books, so we have, and I think he wants to write. He says he's writing more. Who the fuck knows? But that basically means there are 3 seasons of finished stories that do work as standalone. So I think it will, in the long run, Night of the Seven Kingdoms will probably emerge as the best, even if it goes off the rails after season 3 because he writes nothing else. At least you've got 3 very self-contained stories that you can point at and say, that's complete, I can enjoy that, and it's not going to be undone by anything that comes after it.
That's one benefit those shows have. That's one benefit they have over Game of Thrones being self-contained. I'd still recommend House of the Dragon season 1 to anyone, no matter how the show goes. I'd recommend Night of the Seven Kingdoms. But Game of Thrones is like, there's no cutoff point. What do you do? Like, you're not going to watch 3 seasons and stop. You're going to continue until it turns to shit. You can't put that shit down once you're on board. It's just difficult. I don't want this to be the legacy of the franchise, though, just constantly starting good and then falling off.
Well, HBO, they need, because these are like flagship shows of what is it, Max? So like they're gonna keep pushing Night of the Seven Kingdoms, House of the Dragon, Aegon's Conquest. We're gonna keep getting these big shows that crash terribly.
I don't want that. I want to see a completed story of his because his writing is some of my favorite ever. His characters in his world, but we can never get a satisfying story that we can just rewatch from beginning to end. You know. Like Breaking Bad, it has a proper ending. It's part of the reason you can actually praise that show. It's not like, nobody ever, when you hear about people talk about Breaking Bad, nobody ever breaks it up into seasons. They just talk about the series. You can't do that with any of his properties. It drives me nuts. Like, if I'm recommending Game of Thrones, I don't even know what to do with people. Like, watch up to season 6 and then just make up your own ending. Like, pretty much. Just invent something in your head. It'll probably be better.
Why do you think it seems to be fantasies in particular that they absolutely like just ruin? Is it because like it's everything they hate? Like it's set in traditional Europe, which is masculine, it's sexist, it's homophobic, it's got all these things. So they go, we want these shows because they're popular, but we hate everything about them. So we have to change the story into something that fits the modern day, but obviously wouldn't exist in that time period.
There's definitely a large part of that, yeah. But then also there's partly the fault of many of these big fantasy writers never finish their stuff. Some of them die before they do. Some of them just get bored and stop. And so what makes them popular? I think is it Robert Jordan was one of those who did that. George R. R. Martin almost certainly will die before he finishes Game of Thrones and has lost interest in it, and has compared it to Dune, which also went off the rails because Frank Herbert lost interest in it and then died. So part of it is just, it depends on what the specific fault of the adaptation is. And in the case of, say, in Game of Thrones, Night of the Seven Kingdoms, Witcher, Wheel of Time, the list goes on, that's very much modern audience updates. But in the case of, say, other parts of Game of Thrones and Night of the Seven Kingdoms, if it does go off the rails, that'll just be because of the source material ended.
He is invested enough to complain on Twitter. He'll complain on Twitter and bitch about the shows and make references and whatnot. But if he cares that much, you would think he would focus on completing the projects, because this is going to be his legacy. The dude who had some of the best fantasy ever, but just couldn't finish any of his stories. Does he want that? Is this really what you want, George? I don't know.
I think at
probably
this point he
in
just
denial.
doesn't care. You know, like he probably just doesn't care enough to even want his legacy to be seen as that. He just doesn't really care in general. I feel like he's swimming in money, and that's enough for him now.
But wouldn't it frustrate you to constantly have all your stories be bastardized? Like you see Lord of the Rings trilogy, you go, I want that for my books, and then he put like a fucking gay black dude as the main character, and you're like, what? This isn't what I wrote. Like there is a point where you go, like, can I just get a proper adaptation? And you're just not getting them with anything. Even the new Lord of the Rings isn't getting it. Like you've got the Rings of Power, which is a fucking disaster. And then you got Steve Colbert doing a sequel, which is about Sam's daughter.
And The Hunt for Gollum before then as well, which is going to be
I forgot about that.
tragic in other ways, I suspect.
Isn't Aragorn played by a different actor? They couldn't get Viggo Mortensen back.
Viggo
Didn't want to, he's too old.
He's too old, and he also has the self-respect to say no.
Thank you. He played one of the greatest characters of all time. Like when people talk about like peak masculinity, they usually think of Viggo as Aragorn. It's like one of the most manly roles ever played. Leave it. I don't ever want to see that fucked with. It's perfect. Fuck off. I'm glad he actually has the self-respect for his character not to come back.
So is the hunt for Gollum when Gandalf goes to Minas Tirith to learn it, because he says, I looked everywhere for the one known as Smeagol. And then like
Gollum, yeah.
Gollum, yeah. And then is it like going to be set there? So you take off Fellowship, put the hunt for Gollum in, Viggo Mortensen's play is not even in it. Some other guys, Aragorn. Gandalf is 50 years older.
I love how we were both.
Elijah Wood's coming back, so I think he's also.
Well, he doesn't age, so it might work.
Well, he sort of does, though, I think. I'm pretty sure if you put them side by side, you'd locate Twink Death at like 20 years ago. So it's gonna he'll age massively up and then massively down. Gandalf, I'm surprised Ian McKellen can still speak, and we'll probably find out he can't. And that's going to be sad. He'll be like Christopher Lee in The Hobbit. Say, I like seeing you, but at the same time, it would have been better not, I think, to
compare him in The Hobbit to him on the top of Isengard, like breaking down
the voice is just gone by that point because he's in his 90s.
Well, look at Magneto. He's playing Magneto in Doomsday, and he's always lying down. So it's just going to be the hunt for Gollum, and he goes, "I looked everywhere for the creature known as Gollum," but he's just lying down. He's on
He sends Aragorn and Legolas to look for him, and then he takes the credit after it.
It's going to be a secret invasion thing where we find out no, Gandalf actually didn't do shit. He was just a fucking lazy bum who stayed in his house the entire time.
They're going to reading in Minas Tirith the entire time. They'll just be sat there reading shit. Aragorn will come in and he'll say, "I have a mission for you. Go find this goblin creature." Aragorn fucks off. That's the movie.
Yep.
So that's out next year, I think.
Well, we got the Odyssey next month and Spider-Man.
Oh, Christ, it's so busy.
Oh, this month? Sorry, it's this month.
Oh, is it? No. Oh, God,
when
it's
is it?
July. Oh, how is it July already? Yeah, it's this month.
17th and the 31st. So 16, 14, 15. I can't count. 2 weeks-ish.
Yeah, how is it July already? Oh my god. This year is just flying by, man.
Oh, so we're gonna watch the Odyssey, and it's gonna be like a heat wave as well. So we're gonna feel like we're in ancient Greece. Going,
are you guys suffering too?
We have.
Dying,
I did a Toy Story 5 script, and most of it's edited, so it's probably like I lost interest in it, but it's basically done, so it's gonna come out. But I wrote that during a heat wave, so I'm in quite a bad mood. So
I wasn't even sure if I was gonna come on tonight
in the script.
I'm melting, man. Like this is insane right now. It's just like a sauna.
Well, ours is next week. Like uninspired, there's like 41 degrees where he is.
Yeah, we had one for a couple of weeks, and then it went, and now it's coming back. But I think France has just had it consistently. So frogs in heat, never a good look. But that brings us to the end of like the main part of the program. It's only going to be a short one this evening, as we couldn't do Monday, which was entirely my fault. We'll round off with the super chats, and we'll fuck off so we can go and melt in peace. CGV Monster kicks us off for $2. Hi everyone, hello to you, sir. And follows up, every decision with DCU was wrong choice or lesser version of DCEU. There wasn't even a Superman shirtless scene in the 2025 version. Lame. They'll get desperate. Eventually we'll have shirtless Superman, probably. But then they weren't desperate enough to put Supergirl in skimpy outfits, so maybe they haven't reached that point yet. Lots of people were very mean about Millie Alcock, though. I think she did a good job.
I think she really did do a good job. And she tried her best. There's just nothing to work with there. And she's likable and talented, but this is going to damage her career for sure.
It's just
I don't know.
it was the Variety interviewer basically said, "Oh, is this your first ever big sit-down interviewer?" And she said, "Yeah, it is." So the Variety interviewer presumably rubbed their hands in glee and then asked the bait question, which then they turned into a headline and started retweeting every other week, and then started complaining about the backlash their own article had created. Absolute fuckery.
It's like a schizo website.
Tam 8566 for $5 a Wednesday BSUP. A surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. Yes, temporarily Wednesday. We'll be back on normal times and days next week. Decepticon gifted 1 membership. Thank you very much, and welcome to whoever that is. David Smart Jr. for $5. Happy days, oh happy days. James Gunn universe is burning to the ground. Hail the panel and the brilliant little platoon. Hello to you, and yes, it is. Don't you just love to see it?
This
I
quickly.
really wonder how much time before they backtrack on the thing that they said that they were standing by all of this. That it's a long-term plan. Also, I give them up until the reception of Man of Tomorrow, because after that, it's really just going to be a question of, yep, we're just losing money. This isn't a long-term strategy of whatsoever.
What else can you say? I thought our long-term plan was to immediately fuck up and then continue to fuck up non-stop. That's the plan.
Yeah, how long can you spin it? Like, it's just at some point you got to admit this is a complete failure. We need to move on.
It's not even as if they're getting critical praise. That's something too. You know, sometimes they can be like, "Oh yeah, we're getting critical praise at least," so there's that. But no, it's flopping on both ends, critical and commercial.
Angry Joseph, can someone update me on like what's going on with that dude?
I just know it's been spurging out, but I've not followed it. I think didn't he? It was something to do with like he goes after the usual like Drinker and Gary and people and says they're all evil, misogynistic bigots. Then he gives the Supergirl movie a 4. And I think he's now having to spurg out because he needs to prove that though he hated it, he didn't hate it in the way the chuds hate it. He's still good people.
I hated it because it was a bad movie. They hate it because it's a woman, y'all.
Yeah.
Like that's the pitch. Like, can't we all just agree it's shit? It's just, I don't get that. If someone in his position, you'd think he'd be smarter.
Didn't he also say support it anyway, even though it's dog shit, and put his greasy, hairy tits together to kind of like, you know, attract you to as a prospect?
People
like,
won't
why would
say
you tell
that
someone to watch that shit?
They just imagine that with any other product or service or anything. Nobody else would say that, but when it comes to shitty movies, they dilute themselves with this.
Yep.
Well, they always say like if you don't support it, we won't get more. Why would you want more dog shit?
I don't know. Maybe they were just addicted. Maybe it's a fetish. He looks the type.
Scatman.
Yeah. But it's just it's a kind of like design language of the universe. If somebody starts beginning tweets or YouTube community posts with capital LOL, I am clearly getting to them, they're crashing out. They've got mad. You should just ignore them. And he's been doing that for like 2 weeks at this point. Type 001 for $4.99. Coat Kara's organs in alien milk. I thought of you, Reaper, when Evap said this. This was a great scene for Kara's character development. Giggity.
Why me? I'm not a pervert.
You are just the representative pervert, but not all perverts.
Mexican American one,
oh, she's not here. No, maybe she's. No, I'm not going to carry on with that joke. Has anyone on the panel seen Tora Shora Tora?
No,
I have not. No, sorry. Is it good?
No.
It sounds familiar as something I would scroll by on like IMDb. Just the name.
Is it like the movie or
an epic war film from the 1970s that dramatizes the event? So it's Pearl Harbor from the Japanese side.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen it.
It wouldn't be a very long film because you get in the plane and you crash into it, and that's it. It's over.
Lion Man for $1.99. James Gunn never had a good project. Well, I mean, Guardians 1 is all right.
It's riding on that Guardians coattail.
I'll say, listen, in terms of writing, I'll give him Dawn of the Dead, definitely. I think that's actually a really, really good movie. Underrated, actually.
20 years ago.
One Trick Pony, though. That was again.
Then after that, you got Slither. That's pretty much it. But seriously, since he joined the MCU, like his career has been on a upward but mostly downward spiral. That's the thing. It's like you can't live on the successes that you had 20 to 30 years ago at this point. And so
That's
what
all
do
they can
they
do,
what
though.
do they say? You're only as good as your last product, your last movie.
Yeah.
I hold Spielberg as one of the best because he can make different types of great films. When you can make only one type of movie and only one time that you do it is actually great, then you're not that talented. I think James Gunn is definitively overrated at this point.
Sty Games for 2 Canadian. Can you play Super Lord Ring of Gollum on Xbox One? No.
You got to watch The Hunt for Gollum and play Gollum as well. At the
Yeah,
same
maybe
time.
could be an opportunity to revisit. There will be Gollum footage, I'm sure, when we eventually end up reviewing The Hunt for Gollum. So Lord of Ring will get its day. Probably not on Xbox, but
I'm gonna buy like tons of Gollum plushies and Funko Pops and just overload your house with them. Gonna bury you in Gollum.
TGV Monster, safe to say now, a Knight of the Seven Kingdoms over House of the Dragon, big time. True.
For writing quality, it's also not that fair because we're talking about 3 seasons versus one very short season. You know, so there's more room for them to fuck up into 3 seasons.
It
might be even by next season if they fuck it up. You know?
Even season 1 of House of the Dragon has one pretty janky episode, though.
Yes. So if we're talking in terms of writing, definitively it's but again, it's so much less things. There's way less variables they're working with. So it's
fewer
harder
spinning
to
plates, much more focused. LC Leapin for $5. With PlayStation phasing out game discs, it's only made me hasten to buy a physical media collection. We're in the age where it's the only way to own. They did this, didn't they? Like the day after announcing that like 500 movies people had bought and are just going to disappear from their libraries, and then they thought, well, this is a good time to announce that we're also ending all physical media.
The same week they announced that, the same week they announced the GTA 6 aren't physical discs as well. It's just digital codes, and that they said that they had no physical discs in sight for GTA 6. This is when the news comes out as well. Man, these motherfuckers are everything new. Everyone knew everything. They just didn't say it. And like,
part of the process, man.
Yeah, like what a shame to
unlocking that physical part and actually putting it. It's a part of it. If you guys remember, if you guys have all been lifelong gamers, it's a big part of it. Unwrapping that, having that copy, being able to bring it over to your buddies. Yeah. It's the origin of gaming. Having a friend had the copy of the game and then he brought it over and he's the hero for that weekend.
Well,
now
it's not just that.
Bizarre. Go ahead.
Well, they say, don't they? If you're not buying the game, you're buying the license to play it, so they can just take it off you anytime they want. That's all it's about. If you buy, sorry, go on.
Well, it's been that way for a little bit. I mean, the number of discs that have just been download codes for years at this point, anyway. It's that's been a thing for ages. You've had a license to play it for quite a while, and the discs don't contain the content. You could still have kept discs, and like GTA 6 being an example is so big, you would need 2 PS5 discs to play that, and you would need 5 Xbox discs to play that, which is a weird decision from Sony because that means that Sony actually has the hardware advantage and probably should continue pressing for bigger games just to fuck over Xbox some more. But Xbox is doing such a good job of fucking itself over, they don't really need to compete.
But like, didn't they also say like there was a new policy that came out that said you had to play a game online, and every like 30 days you have to log in, otherwise you
log into the PSN with your PSN stuff. Like that's just them trying to get their numbers up for investors, man, in terms of the PSN thing. And it's working because like if they're forcing everyone to do so, and you're not allowed to play your game after that, like. You just have to do it. It's such a bad thing because it's just preying on the consumers and forcing them to change when it's like, no, like, and it's hard because there's not exactly like a huge way to fight back to this.
You can't play old games. Like you have to go on PC. Like piracy is the only thing that's kind of kept like legacy games going. Like people aren't like, I'm trying to play like other games from the past, and they have a charge like on the PlayStation Store. It's like 15 quid for a PS1 game. You're like, fuck off. It's like 8 meg at max. That's how much data on it.
But I mean, I'm not really supporting the decision, really. But I don't think it's forcing the audience. If there was more money in keeping physical media going, they would do that. But the audience has shown itself to be quite happy with digital only. So, like the number of collectors is evidently not making it worth their while to maintain production of physical media. It's just a cost for them. In the way that Nintendo had to phase out cartridges in the end, even though they had some advantages over the CDs that the PlayStation was using. They were too expensive, and the advantage wasn't there to justify the cost.
And
Where's
I
your
even
game
tweeted
gonna
this. I was thinking, are the game prices gonna go down? Because
Well, actually, I think Sony's doing dynamic pricing now, aren't they? So, like, some of them will go down selectively for some people. Basically, any two people logging onto the PlayStation Store might receive different prices for the same game.
That's kind of stupid. It's what Ticketmaster does, right?
I think so.
Well,
Which is
didn't the GTA guy come out and say like games should be $100 from now, which is why he's selling the ultimate version,
Yeah, for
which has
$99.99.
for $100. So they're gonna try and turn it into like his Xbox Game Pass is kind of like the way it's gonna go, where all your games are gonna be digital. It's all a library, and you don't actually download. You don't actually own any of them. You just kind of select and download which one you're gonna play that night.
Yeah, but
and as you said, different prices.
It would lead them also open to being sued, I guess, unless it's really in the T's and C's that they've baked it in there, hidden it, and no one's reading it.
It's part of it. They're saying that you have the license to play the game. Is that there'll be small print in the terms and conditions. The license is revocable at the whim of the creator. Like, it reserves its rights to withdraw from use anything that you've licensed from it. So,
because I was thinking about the Studio Canal thing, where people have been losing their movies and stuff like that, starting in September, and I'm surprised that no one's already taken action to sue, unless maybe someone's already brought it to their lawyer and they've checked the fine print. And
that would have been the thing anyway, because they would have understood when they signed the licensing agreement with Studio Canal. They would have understood that the license has a termination date to it, so they wouldn't have promised in the terms and conditions infinite access to this thing forever. They would have just said, yeah, you've got it for now. These people have very expensive lawyers. They generally don't leave themselves open. They just trust that people don't read what they're doing. I just don't see, why would you buy a movie on a PS5? Just buy a movie on anything else. Never used it for that reason. It's not a home entertainment device. Go fuck yourself. It's for video games. Now try making some video games, please, because my PS5 has not been touched for more than a year. GTA 6 will be the first time I play it, and I'll forget how it works.
Oh, isn't everyone taking the day off? Like it's anticipated that like productivity across the globe is going to drop when GTA comes out. It's like everyone's gone to Mecca and like for a holiday, and like everyone's just going to stop working for like 3 days.
At least, because it's going to be really long. I was looking up the campaign length. It's going to be like it's going to be like 3 weeks probably.
Yeah, my brother said they're saving up their sick days to play it. Like everyone's just.
I shall probably have a go at streaming it when it comes out. But,
it'd be funny. You go out and there's not a single person outside.
No
cars. It's like COVID lockdowns all over again when GTA is released.
That's funny.
Just do a bank holiday at this point, honestly. So yeah, State of Gaming is wonderful. Sty Games for 2 Canadians. Superman to Superwoman or Superwoman to Superman. Which would look better if transitioned? Probably. I actually don't know. Difficult one.
Well, look at Ellen Page. I mean, I've seen the boxing video.
Her abs, she's fucking jacked.
With her abs, man.
Every time I look at her, I just picture Kitty from X-Men. Like, you're always gonna be that. Like, get out of here. All these surgeries, you're just that, but weird looking now. You're cute, and now you're a little goblin person. It's just, I don't know.
Sty Games for 2 Canadian. What is James Gunn's third biggest lie? Probably his marriage. Trying to think if there's anything else that qualifies.
Well, he lied about Superman's budget.
Yep.
What about the Flash?
No, the Flash wasn't a lie. We've proven that.
Well, yeah, he was serious.
It was just a really strange comment.
He lied about waiting for the scripts to be perfect before making the movie.
But that could be genuine too. He might genuinely just be retarded. He might not be lying about that.
Yeah,
implicating the intern tax fraud was definitely a lie, though.
Yeah.
Well, no, in a serious way, does anyone remember any of his confirmed lies? Like,
well, that was one of them. Definitely the Superman budget was definitely a lie.
Supergirl was going to be an epic. That was a fucking lie.
And all of those DC movies he said he was going to release.
Honestly, you should just look at the video that he put of the releasing the DC slate. I'm sure there's a shit ton of lies in there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, didn't he say he wasn't going to fire Cavill, and then he fired Cavill?
I think he might have done, yeah.
I think I remember.
think he told Gal Gadot that she was coming back as Wonder Woman as well, and then her last scene was in Shazam 2. So, rip.
Yeah, so that they're the three lives.
Nielsen for 200 yen, is that? Or yuan? One of those. One of the Asian current. Rice, 200 rice. Nogueira is pronounced Nogueira, really.
Nogueira.
Nogueira. No, Nogueira. She's Brazilian, isn't she? She's not Portuguese, so that would be why it doesn't sound right. Used to piss. I had a Brazilian bassist in a band I was in. We used to piss him off by telling him he was a lazy Spanish person. It's kind of what they are. He had an interesting story. He was a meat packer, and in Brazil, he used to go and rob graves. I don't know why he did that.
Mystery
For the
meat.
thrill of it.
Sty games for 2 Canadian. Krypton isn't a place. It had its chance, but it fucking did in this film, to be sure. Nobody listened. That was their problem. Michael Daler, 702 for $5. If the DCU has loads of spacefaring civilizations and they knew of Krypton, Ruthie knows about it at least, why did no one on Krypton ask for help escaping? Yeah. Why didn't they just fly to a yellow sun?
Well, they could build a ship in the ruins of a city. So, like, if they already knew it was coming, why didn't Kara's parents build, like, an ark? Or, as you said, ask for help or anything?
So many things. Escape ships. Why didn't they fly one escape pod to another planet with spaceships and say, hey, can you give us a hand, please? Why didn't they go to Earth and find Element Man who can transform into the sun? So many things they could have done.
You can fly. They know about yellow sun makes them strong. So you go to a yellow sun, become a god, and then force people to help you.
Sty Games for 5 Canadian. Fun fact, Krypto was originally meant to get punched by Ultraman during the final battle of that movie, that being Superman, but test audiences hated it, so it was gone. If only they applied that to Krypto itself. But yes, I did hear that story. And now Krypto infests our screens. Apparently, though, it was like mostly because it's all CGI and then one animatronic, but most of the CGI stuff. So Millie Alcock was having to act against a 4'11" woman wearing latex and balls. Who was pretending to be a dog.
Yeah. Can you imagine that in your head? How cringe and awkward that would be? It's just, oh my God. Didn't they do that with Thanos where they had some tall person wearing like a Thanos thing on the top of their head so they're actually looking up?
I think so.
That was Josh Brolin.
Yeah.
It was the actual actor.
Yeah, you have a tennis ball like and a rod behind you to be Thanos' height.
Even Mark Ruffalo has that for Hulk, so people know where to look into the eyes of the character, like on a real height.
It's sad that a lot of the best scenes are probably cringe if you watch how they're made. Like,
but I suppose everyone's wearing, like Iron Man's wearing the suits, like everyone's dressed up like a gimp, so it's fine.
Type 0001 for 199. Targeting women under 25 sounds like Krem's plan. Yes, it was. Sty Games, how dare you shit on Erin Underwood's favorite movie? I don't know if Erin said it was her favorite movie, but she has some interesting movie takes, does Erin? She tries to see the good in things.
What movie?
Sometimes it just leads you astray.
What movie?
Supergirl.
She liked it?
I think so. Could be wrong. I assume that's what we're talking about.
What?
Also, I think the only tweet I've seen of hers about this was just like, it doesn't really matter too much about the quality because she went to see it at the cinema and some girls there really enjoyed it, and so they have a new hero, and that's nice. Which is like sentimentally good, great.
That has
I
nothing
just
to do
think
with
the
the movie.
movie should be good, though. Yeah.
Yeah, there's two separate things. Like, I had a good time watching it versus it's a good movie. Like, that's our job. That distinction is so important, you know? Like, even with House of the Dragon, I clarified all my problems with it while still saying I still enjoyed it. Like, that line is critical.
Yeah, but like those girls have a hero. What is it? A girl that shoves a sword through a guy's throat.
Yeah, did she elaborate on that? Where's the heroism come from?
I do not know. I guess so. Yeah, we've never seen those before. Not since Katniss Everdeen, anyway, the first one. Wild Warlock for 20 asses. I have a great idea. For your intro, you could just do a cover of a really average 2000s pop rock song, but slow down the tempo, take out any real instruments for bad synth, and gender bend the singer. Is this Last Supper Cat? This is not Last Supper Cat, but I mean, that's good enough for James Gunn, so it could be good enough for us too.
Yeah, we'll do some Nickelback, man. So we'll do the intros.
It's not just James. Didn't the Black Widow movie was it Smells Like Teen Spirit? But that was gender bend didn't slow down in synth, if I remember rightly.
It's the exact same thing. Wow, I completely repressed that.
Yeah,
I would have never thought about that ever again. Had you never?
No, I don't know why I just did, but it came to mind.
there's probably other examples too. We should actually hold on to that and see if there's a pattern with those ones. 'Cause those, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, isn't that actually like a term
Slow
where you put like a
down.
happy music with a sad scene or something? It's supposed to like a contrast. What's it called?
It's like it's totally discordant. I don't know if there's an actual technical term for it.
But everyone's doing it now. It's just annoying.
Yeah.
There's an artist named Benny that did a remix of Gautier's "Something That I Used to Know," and it actually kind of works in terms of having a different, like, gloomier tune to it, like having almost a female version. But it's very rare, and you need to have talent. You can't just shove it into your movies.
All you can do it is just the way that you add it into the scene that doesn't work a ton of times. Because right now, like, you're expecting at least something interesting for a final battle, then you get that, and you're like, yay.
And the part where Momoa, oh, I fucking hate this, man. She has to save herself. She can't have her agency taken away from a man. So instead of helping the child that's gonna fall, he like throws down the thing to her to get, and she like does a backflip and then grabs the rope. It's like, what are you doing, man? That scene, of all the scenes that made me just roll my eyes, like that was just so frustrating. Because what he should do with his super strength or whatever is save the child. But you just can't have that in modern writing. She has to save herself.
The entire fucking movie made me roll my eyes, man.
It sucked, man.
Oh, Tam, remember for 21 months, stop expecting an actress to write well. I know. One day we will learn. Zan Zoltan for 500 asses. James Gunn presents Supergun, the movie, now with his dog acting as Crypto. James Gunn presents Supergirl, and the female cousin of Supergun, now with more Crypto than the last movie. And no, you can't return the CGI dog to the animal shelter.
Can we burn him? Like, just ritualistically just flay that fucker? I'm so done with him.
Like,
I wonder
all
what their long-term goal with Crypto is anyways. Like, is he actually going to help? Is he just going to be like a nuisance? Because at least, you have something like Doctor Strange's, like his coat, his jacket. His drape.
More charming than Crypto. His outfit.
Exactly. At least that was like it's barely there, but it's so
Aladdin's
charming
carpet
and enduring.
is more charming than Crypto, like an inanimate object. It's not fucking. It's not difficult. Like,
It's insane.
Yeah.
How bad they're fucking up Crypto, man. Like, just make it like it's a dog, for God's sake.
You know how hard it is to make a dog unlikable. Like, they get a free pass. Just have them on screen sniffing their balls, and everyone's like, "Oh, my favorite character." That's it. Oh,
well, the only two times we've seen him is in Superman. He savages everyone he comes across, where Ma and Pa Kent can't actually keep him. That's how much of a savage he is. And then the Supergirl, he's just on a bed all movie.
Then she takes him to live in Metropolis. He's too dangerous to leave around farm animals, but around humans, that's fine. Sky Games for 5 Canadian. In Legends of Tomorrow Season 3, Episode 17, Gorilla Grodd goes back in time to kill Obama, wanting to make America Grodd again. I'm not memeing his words. Really?
Yeah, I think I've seen this. Yeah, it's real. 100% real.
It doesn't even make any sense. Make it Grodd again. It's a stupid pun.
Sky Games follows up by saying that he did not need to follow up, so we get to carry on. Carry on, we shall. Yeah, that just sounds retarded. Is that a comic or a cartoon or what?
No, it's it's a CW live action show.
Oh gosh, even worse.
Yeah, so it is in live action too.
I keep seeing a couple of clips of the Supergirl show, and it's like, God, it looks so bad. That Lex Luthor is really, he's a little goober creature, and it's so awfully cheaply shot as well. Maybe I'll watch it one day for the memes.
Where she goes to fly, and then it's literally just someone dragged her across the screen on a computer, like really shit.
Oh, someone did that for Batwoman as well. That's very funny.
Dude,
Small Chap has become a YouTube member. Power Rangers probably does, yeah. Or at least it's like less ashamed if it's bad CGI, which kind of makes it work. Kevin Willis for $50. God bless you and all you do. Platoon, in the grand scheme of things, you're making all this awful Hollywood crap worthwhile. I get entertainment value out of it through you, since I'm never going to watch any of it myself. Anyway, here's $50. Also, where is the also? Where is the also? Oh, there we are. Also, Reaper, YouTube won't let me share my judgment of you because words that are negative in any form or context are bad.
You get praise, I get a little shitty. Fuck you.
Oh no, there is a follow. It's a nicer follow-up. So let me just say, you Reaper, are such a delightful discovery. I would make that trade between good Cape movies and your commentary. There you go. You get compliments as well.
Nice. That's nice.
Very kind of you. Thank you. Now I have to be careful not because we just did throw. Oh, fuck, I've lost myself. Where are we? That one. Overtime for $5. Why is there so much grape in DC? Wonder Woman 84, Joker 2, Superman 2025, Supergirl. What's going on over there? You can't even blame it all on James Gunn because he didn't do Wonder Woman 84 or Joker.
Who gets raped in Superman?
No, it's just Clark's dad wants to rape everyone.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't actually do it, but they had plans. Yeah.
Oh, he wanted to rape.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's right. There's 4 rapes in there's not that many DC movies like Marvel as well, so the rape per movie average is
really
like
high.
20%.
Yeah. It's probably higher even than Zack Snyder, and he's supposed to be the edgy one. Small chap for 20 chugs. Star Wars Theory Vader Episode 2 is the only Star Wars I'm excited for. Oh, I know he's doing something. I've never seen it, but I know he's working. Is it releasing soon, I think, his Vader Episode 2? I know it was working with Nick Gillard, wasn't he, who did the choreography for the prequel. So, yeah, no, we'll probably check that out when it releases, if it isn't already out.
This is where we're at. We have to get Star Wars content from the fans, not from the actual source anymore.
There's a whole bunch of them. One just came across my feed the other day. Like, there's a whole bunch of them that have been made using AI inevitably, but it kind of does show you what the potential of the thing is, and that like people were doing entire feature-length versions trying to meld original Thrawn with some of the newer stuff as well. And it's like,
good luck.
I mean, it's never going to work. And unfortunately, a lot of these people aren't writers, and so the dialogue sucks balls. But that is going to be, anyone who's AI doomerism is like, no, actually, these things are really popular as well. Like one of them had the channel with like 10,000 subscribers, and that thing had almost like almost 500,000 views in like a week or something. And the comment section is full of people saying, even though it's AI, we fucking love it. So,
because
there's desperation.
We're starving. We haven't had a real good on-screen lightsaber fight since 1999. Like, I would argue, like, the Darth Maul fight was the last truly great one.
It's not even lightsabers. These are like, I only watched like 5 minutes of it. It's like all dialogue scenes. It's all character stuff. There wasn't, I think, wasn't even any fighting that I saw in it. So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be cracked down on like hell when Disney gets its copyright act together, sadly. But it does prove that these tools can be used to give fans what they want. It's just it's not going to come from the studio.
Well, it proves that there's good stories that can be told with those characters. We're just not getting it at with the proper budget from the actual source, the people who are in charge of the IP.
Well, it's also stupid as well because this is free advertisement. This makes people like Star Wars and go to want to see Star Wars. Like Warhammer did this where they took downloads of videos and like, what are you doing, you fucking idiots? You should actually bring that into the fold. Do like a fan convention day where you show off all the fans and their movies.
Free marketing, and the UFC has the same problem where the posters that they make are slapped together and lame. They all look the same. The fan posters and fan edits are so much better. You should be outsourcing and getting people who are actually passionate, not washed up. And it's free marketing, and I don't understand. I don't understand it with any
company. The guy who made this thing called the Starties for Warhammer, and he's like a professional, like I don't know what his job is, but it's high quality, and everyone loved it, and it was so popular. They brought him in to the Warhammer thing. It did nothing with him because all their shows are terrible. Yeah, the stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like his stuff is amazing, and so they basically hired him to stop doing it because he was embarrassing. Because they were trying to do Warhammer Plus, and all their TV shows are like shitty and laggy and low quality.
Yeah, the only thing I think he did was the secret level episode.
Yeah,
the one with the Amazon show.
Yeah, for like Netflix.
Yeah, it's the one where they do one episode every like a different video game. He worked on the Warhammer episode for that one.
Oh, I was going to check out the Armored Core one, and then I forgot it existed. So maybe I'll still go back and check that out. I'm not sure.
Keanu Reeves one.
Which one was he in?
It's the Keanu Reeves one. Yeah, he crushed the guy's head with his finger.
Oh.
It's pretty good.
But he's like, I was so caught back because he's like doing this inner narrative, which is peaceful, and he just goes plop and just blows this guy's head off.
Sty Games for 5 Canadian. Man of Tomorrow should have been called Man of Flint so that the next movie could be titled Man. I'm not even reading Minecraft references. No. Shut up. We're not doing that. There's another Minecraft movie coming like next year. We can have the memes again another time. God, I hate that movie. Z3PO, remember for 6 months, Spider-Man will make 1.2 billion. Yeah, that's a good old. Is that Sloan-Old reference? Yeah. 1.2 actually might be a good prediction as well.
I mean, yeah, realistically speaking, I said 2 billion, but that's just hyperbole. But I mean, realistically speaking, I think that if there's really good word of mouth, 1.3, maybe 1.4 billion, simply because people are like really starved. With DC also failing on their end, it's like Spider-Man is the only, I guess, saving grace in terms of superhero flicks in the past 2, maybe 3 years, I'm guessing.
It'll probably go the Deadpool and Wolverine route. That made 1.3 billion. And Spider-Man's an outlier, just like Deadpool and Wolverine. So
yeah,
Spider-Man is always making money.
He's avoided the fatigue somehow. Like he still has his own thing going on. Like Marvel's
which
burning.
is incredibly interesting because Spider-Man has been literally like on screen in live action. I mean, it's been on screen every year with I think maximum being 4 years like apart since 2002. So that's insane levels of exposure to the public of Spider-Man, which is like crazy for us not to be fatigued by, and not to mention the cartoons and all the comics and stuff like that that's still been permeating games as well. Like Spider-Man has constantly been in my peripheral since I was a kid. So that's like insane to me that I'm still not fatigued of him.
It's like The Simpsons. It's just always there. Yeah, like you never get sick of it. You can opt in and opt out anytime you want.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny I say this because I literally binged like the Raimi trilogy yesterday, which is interesting.
How's that third one holding up?
Listen, the third one was. I'm kind of weird, man. Like, because I grew up watching the third one, like in major parts. So to me, I'm biased on that one. It's kind of like Jurassic Park 3. I'm super biased on Jurassic Park 3 as well because I grew up watching those two.
Better than 2, so there is that to be said for it.
I agree.
Kevin Willis corrects an earlier typo, so Reaper gets even more praise. You are such a delightful Discover Reaper. Typo. There you go. Doubly delightful. Sly Games, House of the Suppercat. Yes. Better than House of the Dragon, with the way that's going. Follows up. Here's an important question. When you open up the GIF search tab in Discord and type Punisher, what's the first thing you see? Does anyone want to try that?
Yeah, sure.
Pornhub, something will come up,
Does that not depend what server you're on, though?
Yeah.
I don't really know how Discord works, but I thought it was server dependent.
Oh God! It's
Is it something we can't share on stream?
No, you can. It's the one I just sent in the BSUP chat. So this is the one that I get in France.
He goes.
Don't worry, it looks like he's jacking off with the 3 guys next to him.
Neat. Oh, it's Ham for $2. Bloots, make BSUP play Gollum. Abuse your power. I can't subject these good people to Gollum yet. Maybe one day. Who can say?
Yeah. We should all do is like a watch party for Hunt for Gollum. So the night before it comes out, we all play the Gollum. We wear Gollum hats and fucking the biggest simps of that movie.
Sly Games for 2 Canadian, address him by his title, Lord of Ring. He is the Lord of Ring, is our pal Gollum. Looking forward to seeing him on the big screen again. Sly Games, Smells Like Teen Spirit is a song about adolescence and teen angst, so it's really awkward when used as the child trafficking song in Black Widow. Kind of is, yeah. It was just a really weird, bizarre choice that they made there. But then that entire movie's full of those.
Disaster. Drake off.
Green Nin, member for 1 month. Yo, love y'all. I'm happy Supergirl failed. I know it's nice just to see everything that James Gunn creates burn to ashes in his mouth. That's nice. I like seeing that. More of that would be good. Almost don't want him to get fired just so we can carry on. Blaze for 2 Canadian. Happy Canada Day to my fellow Canuckistanis. Is Canada Day a thing?
Yeah, it's Canada Day. It's my day off. I'm enjoying it.
Oh.
What the fuck? What does it celebrate?
I don't fucking know. I get the day off. That's all I care about.
Something to do with Canada, I guess. American Independence Day kind of cucks it, and it's coming in 2 days' time. So it's actually no, it's tomorrow for us anyway. Yeah, well, there you go. Even the Canadians get a chance to celebrate whatever it is Canadians are. Jeremiah Cole, who has become a member. Welcome to you, sir. Sty Games, for some reason, Fringy believes supper cats equals wanting to have cats for supper, so he wants them to be called that disgusting term, super chats. Well, no, you have to keep badgering supper cats, because honestly, it comes off my tongue when I don't think it now, and I know Maul tripped up calling them supper cats a few times at this point, so just keep doing it. You will eventually colonize all of YouTube. Everyone will have supper cats.
Yeah, if I start seeing that on other streams, I'm just gonna freak out. Like, how does this happen?
Sty Games Supergirl made a Supergrillion at the box office. That's a brand new James Gunn invented currency, I suppose. He'll have to make one eventually.
Morbius made more money, man. Can you fucking
Oh my
imagine
god.
that?
Maybe they'll release this one twice. That'll be fun.
Oh yeah, maybe in 3 months' time they'll say with extended footage.
Yeah, we can meme it into existence. It's a shame because there aren't even many memes in Supergirl. It's kind of the ultimate condemnation. James
True.
Bessie for $2 Supergirl soundtrack done by the girl from Mixtape. God, no. Because she'd been narrating
terrible.
it really was. And it kind
Like,
of robs. Who was the original composer? Because like they have virtually nothing to do because everything's just given over to shitty covers.
Yeah, like the score itself was terrible. The soundtrack is terrible. And I mean, I don't know. They say that James Gunn had a say in it. I understand because Guardians 3 didn't have the same, like the soundtrack quality as the first two movies. I mean, you can't go this low in terms of soundtrack quality. Like, it's just so bad. I mean, sometimes music can make or break a movie, and a lot of people don't realize that. And at least in this one, it could have accompanied somewhat. I mean, look at the first Avatar. The first Avatar I always take as example because a lot of people shit on the movie, but James Horner's soundtrack is really fucking good.
A great soundtrack is something that it's going to play in your head instantly when you just see a picture of the media. Lord of the Rings is one. If you've ever seen the show Vikings has an amazing
Pacific
soundtrack.
Rim, to me, the theme just stays in my head all the time.
Oh, yeah. Jeremiah Cole for $2. Rip James Gunn's DCU by James Gunn. Well, it's not quite in the grave yet, but it's certainly on its way there.
I think it is. I think it's done.
Joey Bag of Donuts, BSUP on a Wednesday? What the fuck? I'm so late to the party. Yes, just for this week. We'll be back to normal service next week. At least as far as I know, anyway. The Super Cat War in chat has begun, so this is the part where I now pause the super chats so we can find out what everybody's doing, and then I can panic and rush through them all at the end. So, Reaper, what are you working on? Anything in particular?
I'm gonna do Supergirl, and then I have to keep writing it because I'm gonna add that Argo City thing I thought of during the stream. So I'll have to add more stuff. Then, yeah, that'll be it basically, and I'll catch up in small shit.
What are the odds of that being demonetized for your rampant woman hatred?
100%. Oh, I'm thinking the title is "Why Supergirl? Why Women Don't Deserve Freedom," or something like that. Something very incredibly misogynistic.
That seems fair to me. Looking forward to that then. Mr. Brooks, what about you?
Well, you know what it is. I think it's going to be Supergirl for the most of us, but my video is going to be focused on the annoying little hobbit because I think Millie Alcock really wasn't a problem. So you'll get a good summary of my thoughts on the film overall, but I'm going to focus on the fucking girl boss trope that just drives me nuts, and that child is another prime example. So I'm going to have a comparison with her.
Well, I have no what there is to say about her character. She's just
Not much.
He just speaks the same speech over and over again.
It's crazy, but I found a lot of
NPC following Supergirl around.
Yeah,
that's what it feels like.
It's gonna be interesting to go back and break down her dialogue and see how empty it is, so I can compare it properly.
I love how she keeps going. My totally innocent and honorable family.
My innocent and honorable father. Shut
someone said that to me. I go, I would not believe you. Why do you keep saying they're innocent?
The more times you say they're innocent, the more it makes me think they're doing something very dodgy.
Yeah.
Epstein, my totally innocent uncle.
Uninspired. What about you?
Nothing much, man. Just literally trying to survive the heat wave. That's pretty much it. I mean, we're fucking dying over here, dude. It is horrendous. So yeah, just trying to survive that, and then working on my Paranorman video, and that's pretty much it. Normally, it's gonna be out this month. I'm planning for a July release, so just look out for that. And then, of course, you guys can check out my Hulk video. So
neat. Neat. And Cynic, what about you?
I just released my Supergirl review, which everyone should watch before they take it down. So, I think I went a little too far, and I pissed off WB.
Fucking
I'm
platform.
surprised you got away with the retard maxing in your title
too.
without it getting demonetized.
Me too. I also say rape really loud in the first like 15 seconds.
Oh,
They seem kind of fine with rape. I've used rape a load of times because it's so useful to describe modern Hollywood. They never get you for rape. But then I got away with I forgot to mute like bleep out a full on F word in the Mando video, and that's still fine. So I don't really know.
You put a child's penis in your Superman video.
I did
for your
not put
editor.
it there. Mr. Donner, who made the '78 movie, put it there, and I didn't spot it. So
Oh my goodness. Kept popping
yeah.
up. Like, what are you doing?
You're the only person who's actually caught that out, so I'm now slightly suspicious of you.
What the fuck? It's because it happened to me. My video that got taken down because the stupid alien lady from It Chapter 2, the monster, her boobs got my video strike down for nudity. It's so stupid, man. So anytime I see that clip, I just cringe in my mind now. Terrible. But the worst of the worst is what happened to Random. The Ramsey Bolton sausage. YouTube picked that up as a penis.
Oh, yeah.
Like this video. Yeah. That's if you're out there, I'm so sorry, dude. That's fucking it's the most bullshit thing I've ever heard on YouTube.
Anything else coming up for you, Cynic, or is the Supergirl one the main one so far?
I'll do an autopsy on this thing too for another video. Might as well just do more Supergirl stuff. It's what everyone wants to talk about apparently. So, also, I wanted to shout out Filthy Casual's review. He's in the chat. I watched his review and it's my favorite Supergirl review. This guy deserves way more subscribers. It's fucking fantastic review, and everyone should watch that one too.
Well, I should check that one out. Good
and what
old
about
stuff.
you, Platoon? What are you doing?
I don't know which is going to come. It's probably Toy Story just because it's done, and so that will really. Well, no, wait a minute. Mando and Grogu is done and is released, so you should watch that because that's actually live. Probably Toy Story. I'm hoping tomorrow, maybe Friday, and I would really like Supergirl to be done by Sunday because I don't want this to be a stupidly ridiculously long 5-hour video. But we'll see with that one. So a few things coming up, and then after that, it might be House of the Dragon or something else. We'll see. It depends how long it will take us to do, but plenty of things coming out from all of us across all various channels on YouTube. And now, oh god,
13 I see.
Right, my supper is your cat to Sty Games. The great supper cat war begins. It fucking certainly does. There's a cat. I heard one.
Yeah, I heard the cat.
And I will win, says Sty Games. Has Reaper given us a story yet? I don't think Reaper has given us a story yet.
Not at the top of my head. I'll do one next week. Oh wait, no, I know one. Oh, no. Sorry.
Oh no.
So you can do Cameo and you can ask a guy for say hello to my friends. Well, there's a guy we know called Naked Martin. He's like a local legend. He's like a 60-year-old man, 60-year-old man who's naked, and his thing is he sends you like you send it to your friends. So he waves his cock around between his legs and he does like all that. He's like a crazy old guy. There was a special event that was happening, and we went, so Naked Martin, can you do something special for us? And he went, well, what are you thinking? And we went, have you heard of Alabama Hot Mask? And he went, no. And he went, well, what you do is you get a cling film, big cling film, you take a shit in it, you then wrap it around your face, and then wear it like a mud mask. And he went, I'll do that, but it'll cost you £50 extra for the choking hazard. So he did it, wrapped it around his face, and he almost choked to death. He had to claw his way out of the shitty mask. And then he went and did a 2 thumbs up to the camera. And that was it. That was I think someone's graduation. We paid them, yeah.
Wonderful. That's a Cameo being put to great use.
Yeah, incredible.
Reaper, you really are the Theo Vaughn of this group.
That was worth $1.99.
And people throw hats. I throw pictures of naked men covered in shit. I mean, that's just what I do. It's memorable.
Sty Games, James Gunn's Supper Cat.
No,
Supper
James
Cat
Gunn's stupid dog. That's what we're stuck with.
That's the one. Film Comics Explained. Hello, sir. The real Supper Cat is knowing how Supergirl not making its money back at the box office is punk rock. In Gunn, we trust. They keep fucking trying to say There's a whole
Yeah.
bunch of like interviews as well. They keep saying, "Oh, I think this is the new punk rock. I think this is the new punk." None of it is punk rock. Stop
It's
it.
like, what does
You have
that
to
even
say it.
mean?
If you really have to say it, then you should.
Yeah, the corporate media is punk rock.
Hostman's try that again. Hostman's Lounge for $4.99. As a proud cat, I find the use of supercats to describe messages offensive. This is anti-cat discrimination. No, it's cat representation. What are you talking about? The word
Exactly,
cat
yeah.
probably hasn't been spammed in chat this often on any other channel at this point. You should be proud of your people being represented. Joey Bag of Donuts. James Gunn's Supercat Cat of Tomorrow would be a better title than the one he went with.
And 2 members of the panel of feline avatars as well.
Oh yeah.
The cat theme is strong here.
Sty Games' final Supercat is Mon, not Yon, but not yet it isn't. Razor Hammond, I listen to Liverpool rap and pretend it's Reaper.
Yeah,
would you
I
want
mean,
to? That sounds
Reaper,
awful.
I already told you that you sound like SD Kid to me, dude.
Sound like every scout. I'm shocked. Like, do you guys all sound that way? Because you sound just like
For real, because I was like, what the fuck?
Well, I'm toned down for the scream. When I speak normally, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like that. I go illiterate. Oh, you haven't heard like a Scouse girl? She sounds like a tea kettle. She goes, you're like, what?
when they do the thing where they show all the different European accents, I'm just like, okay, gotcha. Again, and they get to the scours, it's just like, what the hell is this gibberish? It's crazy. You have such a unique accent.
Our main export is thievery.
And the Beatles. Thievery and the Beatles is,
Well,
the
we
two main
nothing-
things.
We gave the world the Beatles, and we've done nothing but take ever since.
Sty Games, your cat is my supper. Sty Games again, meow. Hostman's Lounge, when Papa Reaper speaks, I sit my ass down and listen. Yes, how else would you get your lovely bedtime stories? And your
When they're
imagery
about
that's going to
poo
stay with you.
masks or whatever that was.
Sty Games, Payton, you must feed the cats their supper. The cats are being well fed at the moment by the looks of things.
Nice, good.
With Nilly P, I can smell my parts from a sitting position. Should probably have a shower.
Smells like fish.
Sty Game, Suffocat final is Mao not Yow, or Moo not You. That's probably the one I'm actually thinking of. Joey Bag of Donuts, tell Rags hi for me. Also, hi Rags. I'm sure Rags says hello. Sty Games, no me. And again, Suffocat final is moi, and it seems as though that is not in fact correct because I just scrolled down. Sty, let me have it last week, so this week is his. Except that it isn't because I'm about to hit the end stream button. Oh no, there he is. Me. Okay, we're done. Thank you very much, everybody. We will catch you on Monday. We'll be back for more of this fun when I'm sure the news will still be Supergirl. But have a good rest of your week. Happy Independence Day to Americans when that rolls around. Yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Fuck you.